character, or is this just D&D
Nope.
Beyond character sheet?
This was imported from D&D Beyond, I assume. I mean, I built it in D&D Beyond and then just sent the link to Wintermute, so.
I can't really help a whole lot without having not really access to the character, but a bit more to work on. I can't really see what the problem is on my side because obviously I can't see a character sheet.
Well, let's see. Who was saying that? Vajanga?
Yes, it was I.
And boom.
We're gonna fix this problem. It's not gonna be that hard
Yeah.
to fix.
You're now an owner on his character sheet as well.
All right, playing barbarian. Go to prototype token, HP. Go to resources. That's fine. Should be at 14 of 14. For you, it says what? Just 0 of 0?
No, it says 14 of 14. It's if you click on the top of the character sheet where it says pop out, if you click that, like almost everything just breaks when it pops out.
What browser are you in?
Yeah, that might
Firefox, which is probably the problem.
That's the
It might
problem.
be.
Anything but Firefox.
Why does nobody like Firefox?
It's not that we don't like it, it just doesn't work.
We all supported Chrome. You know, come on. If Microsoft switches over to Chrome, I mean, Firefox has got to follow suit eventually.
He's paused. Alright. Let's try that later on. Maybe. Nope. Okay.
Let's see.
Okay. Alright, rolled it once. Okay, that rolled that once. Good.
I will open up my own thing of Firefox and see if I can fix that on that.
Oh, there's one in every crowd, isn't there?
Well, Brave browser works, so I guess I'll just use that. Don't really use it for anything. So.
Well, I have found out, if you didn't know, if you listen to YouTube through Brave, it blocks the ads.
Yep.
Built-in ad block.
Yep. And currently, they're bypassing all the YouTube ads.
Nice.
Which is good since Chrome just fucked over uBlock.
Yep. Google ad revenues are down.
So, you're trying to fix this.
Yep, I really like Brave's ad blocking. When I reformatted, the current count was 1.4 million trackers that it had blocked in like 2.5 years.
By the way, I no longer need access to his character.
Alright.
Let's see. People already have characters made before we know the setting. I don't hate that. Well, like,
I mean, they're not 100%. You know, it's still possible to
yeah,
confuse people. You know.
And you know, Sheer, one day you're going to be walking down the street and you're going to see a 6 foot tall, red-headed Amazon woman, and she's going to own you.
I'm gonna be mighty
Hope,
confused when we're in a orc village when that all goes down.
as long as it happens before I'm old and gray.
Heard that. Here lies Sheer Anonymous, death by snoo snoo.
Fun fact, though, I will still be 4 inches taller than her.
Oh boy, we're gonna do the height game again. Alright, so taking bids. Tallest person probably gonna be 9 feet. I've been in games where people said they were like 11 feet tall.
Like their character or themselves?
Their character.
Oh.
Their character 11 feet tall. Playing human.
Not sure how that checks out, but Yilva's only like 5'9", so
They said it was a fantasy game.
well, yeah, but there's still a height and build range.
Oh. Yep, well, since Shear's got his problem fixed, let's see. Does everyone have characters yet?
I made a sheet, but I'm still trying to figure out how to. Because I use a different character, like importer. So because I don't like wizards and I pirate my content. So
Well, I can just give you access to my campaign thing, and you can get all my books to make a D&D Beyond character without spending any money.
it's free. The thing I use is free. It's like it's a module you can add to Foundry to make importing stuff easier. Like it does spells and creatures and stuff. So, but yeah, I can sure. I can.
We're in no hurry whatsoever because, like I said, this is just character creation and bringing Sheer and Esky up on how to navigate in Foundry and so forth. And
You want me to?
Well,
I could send you the thing. You can have a look at it, Winter, if you want.
Here you go. Now, while we're talking about character creation, can you give us a rundown of what us players should know about the setting? Actually, make a backstory in the setting.
Yeah, really, it's very simple, and unlike most adventures where you get a mysterious summons or, you know, the letter in the mail, plain and simple, you are at the start of your adventuring career, and you can either be from Waterdeep or traveling to the big city. The main goal is, hey, you're striking out and seeing what kind of adventures, and more especially, what kind of coin you can make.
All right.
And it just so happens you all happen to be staying in the same tavern and realize that, hey, you're all in the same boat and you're going to see what you can do to make money.
I'm gonna whip up a character real quick. I already had something in mind, but I didn't know if we were gonna get a rundown of we're in this derelict little shanty town that no one can escape from.
No, you are 100% starting out in Waterdeep.
I will say my character sheet is still very much blue tinted, but I think that's just the Foundry thing because it's that same blue tint that's on the edge of the main screen.
Look up at the very top above your character name. You've got that little wrench. If you click it,
Yep.
does that change it?
Nope. That just allows me to edit various things on my character sheet.
The blue glow is from because the game is paused. So if you press space, winter, it'll unpause the game.
Oh, how's that?
Let me read. Yep. I had to reset my character sheet, but now it's gone.
Yeah, I didn't know about the blue tint. I do know that it prevents movement when the game is paused.
Yeah.
Boy, that's something the other one could take on. Fantasy
Uh,
grounds.
Absolutely. Yeah, send message, write a new message. Sorry, gaming.
That's good.
Alright, guys, I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick and grab a drink, and we'll figure out exactly what all we are doing tonight.
All right.
Be right back.
All right. So, what do we have in mind for what we're playing? Well, what's the group playing?
So I was gonna play a homebrew thing called the Pedal Knight, but doesn't look like that's happening because I can't import it to. It's not on D&D Beyond, and it's not like I don't know how to import this because it needs its own file. So I'll just play something else.
And do you have like a PDF of the? Can you make your thing into a PDF? Because if he could do that in PDF format, then he could actually use a module of his own to import that character block into the game.
I do have a PDF. Yeah.
Can you send me that so I can see if that would even work? Because I also have Foundry, so I can test it while he's gone.
Sure. Yeah.
What about the rest of them? What we thinking of playing? I know we have a barbarian.
If that doesn't work, I'm probably gonna play a druid.
I am the barbarian. I will probably pick up some levels in either fighter or rogue, but
All right.
primarily barbarian.
All right. My character is supposed to be a cleric.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Is that all?
Well, I don't know how much detail we're going to go to it. I mean, if you're going to go deep into this, my character.
I don't want your backstory, but like
No, I'm not talking about that. Yeah, I guess he's going to be a very tanky cleric. He's going to be like if we're using the new 2024 rules, he's going to go protector, cleric, and his domain is going to be actually a homebrew domain called the battle domain. So it's kind of similar to the war domain, except a little bit tankier, I guess, in terms of like his damage output and stuff like that. I posted it, I think, on a Discord channel for people to see for those who are interested in it. But that homebrew is actually for 2014 D&D 5e, so not the 2024. I don't know how I'm going to do the 2024 yet. I'll probably may just switch the class features to start at 3rd level and so on and so forth. I may cut 1 or 2 class features out because they don't make sense or they just don't line up, I guess, with the normal type of subclass. Like, you're supposed to get a subclass ability every, 4, 5, 6 levels or something like that. So, I may have to make those kind of changes. But essentially, he's supposed to be a human cleric of battle, so like a war cleric. He's going to be kind of like an off tank or someone to help, act as a physical character for guys who need it. If we do multi-classing and stuff like that, I may give him, I don't know, possibly fighter, or if not, champion, or a paladin type thing. If that works into the story, I'm not sure yet. Because I'm not too familiar with the multi-class. I've never multi-class in D&D 5e. I've done it in all the prior editions, but never in the 5e. I've never multi-class in 5e. So not sure how I would go about doing that.
Well, first of all, you are welcome to multi-class, and earlier today I was in the multiple configuration options for Foundry, and it's either or. As far as the Switch, I guess it's mainly affecting anything from the 2024 DMG, but I don't think there were any serious rule mechanics. If you build your character out of the SRD, it is still currently 2014 rules. And, Sheer wants to play the 2024 Berserker rules. And, we'll just try it and see what happens. If you want to build a 2014 character, we'll just keep an eye out for any changes or anything game breaking.
Okay.
Oh, this is gonna be a doozy, my dearest.
Yeah, if it's too much of a hassle, then it's fine. I can just play. Like I
I
said,
could probably port it, but it would take a while for me to fix it up.
that's fine. It's not that big of a deal.
All
What's
right.
the module called? Just out of curiosity, the one that.
Let me look at its name. It was. I had it at the tip of my tongue. Where is it? How am I forgetting? Literally just called 5e stat block importer.
Oh.
For
Oh,
you.
okay. Okay. I thought it was a different one. I didn't know they do PDFs. Or it's
Basically,
just text, right?
yeah. I just copy paste stuff in the format of a character sheet, and then it would import it. It also
Okay.
works for NPCs like monster stat blocks.
Yeah. No, I know that one. Yeah.
All right, so all of us, other than me, have said what they're doing. So I'll say what I'm doing. I'm going to be playing a rogue, a little bit of a rogue. I'm playing a kobold rogue. I'm going to be a cheeky, sneaky boy. I might multi-class in the warlock, potentially.
Yeah, Evsky surprised me by playing a warlock. We'll see if he ends up becoming the tank of the party.
We're very meathead heavy. A lot of marshals.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe a caster.
Well, maybe that's a good thing, because when you add a caster to the group, the GM has to spend 3 times the amount of effort making the fight harder. I was in a game yesterday. I was in a campaign yesterday. I casted 1 sleep spell. It made a challenging fight trivial. That's just the law of a level 1 party.
Absolutely.
Which are level 1, right?
A little minor spell can have such a major effect. Or when you have the battlefield fully stocked and they take out the leader in the first roll. What am I supposed to do with these other 250 tokens that are in the combat tracker?
I actually did something similar like that. I was a bard in the back line, and I just casted suggestion on their leader and had them retreat. But no one could hear me cast a spell because a bunch of people were talking over me. So they didn't know I casted suggestion on them. So they were just wondering why they were retreating a winning battle. But they didn't question their leader.
Blind obedience. And, we'll bring up, Sheer, have you, figured out how to navigate between the tabs in the sidebar to bring up chat and character sheets and journal entries?
For the most part, I have played with Foundry a little bit previously because there's a group that put together a somewhat functional Sword World 2.5 game system. So I was trying to play with that.
We should probably do a mock combat encounter just so people can figure out how the combat works.
That is on the agenda. I'm just waiting for, matter of fact, let me find nice little encounter.
No.
That is not the one. Ambush. Nova. Okay, and activate. I forgot I added sound to this one. It was coming out the wrong speaker. Sheer, you do, if you click the little music button in the sidebar,
Yes.
You have 3 different types. One covers any background music is playing. One covers environmental noise like, the water and so forth. And then you have the interface, which is the pings and the pongs and all the dice rolls. You can control your volume level there accordingly.
Okay. It does look like there's also a master volume control here.
Yes. And, that does get a little annoying.
Question: do you use music a lot for the game? Like, the music will actually hold a clue. Like, if you have music playing, it'll play a clue to whatever thing we might be on and stuff like that, or no?
No. And
Okay.
really, that's, in the past, with Fantasy Grounds, we've done the Sirenscape sound sets and so forth, and sound has always been, until recently, a community add-on. It's an extension, and Fantasy Grounds is just now, within the past year and a half, started adding built-in sound support.
Okay, no worries.
So yeah, I was just pretty much playing around with the sounds and seeing what they were doing, and effects on frame rate and everything else.
Okay. No, I'm just curious because I had a game before where, the GM said, okay, make sure if you have the music on and playing, sometimes you'll hear noise or effects that have the, things we're trying to figure out, part of like puzzle solving or stuff like that, or like the actual sounds we'll hear will help us clue us in if we're going to be, getting ambushed or anything else like that. So he would include that in the games. Some of us could play them, some of us did not play them due to various reasons. So usually I keep music off so I don't get distracted. Stuff like that. I can hear other things. So just wanted to make sure they're not. All right. Cool.
Yeah. The only real thing that I'm doing in this game is a couple of the flyers and so forth. I've had AI voices read them out. And other than that, yeah, not really sound heavy and definitely not as part of clues and whatnot.
Okay, no worries.
And let me find my storyboard and
Wintermute, I'm gonna have to ask you to put my character profile picture into my character, because for some reason it did not port my image.
yeah, you sent it to me, didn't you?
I did.
And download. And Paul sent me a character token. Okay, brother. Edit. Portrait. Nope. Token. And and where did I download them?
Why is what just happened? What?
Problem or?
No, not a problem. For some reason, my character's name just completely changed. I don't know. Easy fix. It's just I was so confused. Well, not as easy as a fix to remove the species. Oh, I'm gonna have to redo it. It's not that hard.
I'm gonna wait to add your token then.
Alright, now it's good. Now it's good.
Oh, come on. Take me back to where I was. Saturday group, and make that a favorite, please. Assets. Okay, I got the right token on the right player, right?
Indeed you did.
Okay, and
There's still one part you had to do for me, though. If you're in the character sheet and you have the edit, like the wrench on,
yeah,
look at the top part of the thing where it says portrait. Can you click on that, go to the token part, and then put that for the token as well?
yeah, I'm doing that now.
Because if you didn't do that, then when I put it on the board, it would also have no image.
I need to do that.
All right.
Brother, portrait, token, that one is set. And we have... Who is
I believe we are good.
Mo's still working on his character. That's who we're missing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I need my
And
character on the board.
Mo, if you don't care, while you work on your character,
No, yeah,
just gonna
go for it.
run a
Go
BS
for it.
combat.
Go for it.
And close a few windows.
I need my character on the board. I can't click and drag it myself, sadly.
Yeah, let me just do this and
Is that Esky? Salutations, Esky.
That was me. I accounted for everything but traffic.
Didn't want you to get to this game.
Yeah, you have not missed a thing. And place members 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow, that rat token is very tiny.
I am small. I'll try to fix it on my end.
That rat token. Is that me? Is that my character?
No, and what are you doing playing a warlock?
I found that I actually kind of like him. Although I do need to talk to you about something. Spell progression later on.
Not a problem.
Alright. Not as tiny rat.
Yay.
Oh. Okay. I used to do like a rat folk / Skaven kind of rogue character, and I enjoyed the bullshit with it quite a bit.
I'm just
yes,
wondering
you
if I
did.
want to break my vocal cords.
Oh yes,
Doing
God,
voice.
it was hellish on my vocal cords, but at the same time, it was so funny I couldn't stop.
I can do Kermit the Frog.
There
Alright.
we go. Okay, and somewhere, I actually have a story entry for this. There we go. And it's in the veil. And that is that one. And let's increase that font size so I can read it.
What is this? We got weather effects? Oh,
We
we're high rolling
do.
now.
I'm so happy.
If you'd like, I can turn on the wave sounds where they're lapping
Yeah.
along the shorelines.
No, that would put me to sleep right now. I'm not gonna lie.
I didn't know Tina was here, so we thought she'd first. Okay, so yeah, you are approaching a lake, and not far from the edge of the forest and beside the lake, you can see a fox with large ears and bright orange fur is laying there bleeding. Its hindquarters are caught fully in the trap of caught in the jaws of a crude iron trap. And you can see 3 crows that are hovering around just waiting for, the free dinner.
Finish it. I hunger.
Hey.
Yep, Warlock, but you still got the same attitude as Ratmik.
It's bold of you to assume that's Ratmech and not just me as a person.
That is true, and
We see this trap. Is this a bear trap that we're looking at the fox is in?
Ah, there's the rat token. Hiding in the bushes, couldn't see you. But yeah, the fox is caught in a bear trap. It's laying there and just crying out in pain.
Hmm. As much as I'd like to take that fox dinner, I think the hunter in the region would not like us stealing his prey.
Oh, all the more reason to release it then.
We can always take the birds in its place.
I just want to make them upset. Is that so bad?
If that was my fox, I'd say yes, but it's not.
Eh.
Alright, well, let's stop dilly-dallying and let's start, I guess, freeing the fox. Losing the boys. Unless anyone else has any concerns with this.
I'm not really one for physical activity. Maybe one of you could do it instead.
You know what, I'll do it. It's a lowly fox anyways. And the rat man himself shall step forward to advance towards the fox.
Wait, what do you mean, rat man? Are you kidding?
Pardon?
I'm sorry, I was just thinking of a previous character I did. I was joking about it with Winter, but we actually have a rat poke in the party.
Yes.
Not a rat. I'm a kobold. Don't tell me I'll have to deal with this the entire time.
You're very furry.
Oh, it is.
I haven't shaved in a while. All right.
Yeah.
Let's go to the kobold.
Yeah, that's a kobold. That's a kobold. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell by the horns protruding out the back of his skull.
I mean, some rats have horns, but that's another setting entirely.
Yeah.
I keep
You start approaching, and the crows and so forth are taking notice of you, and the fox is looking at you very pleadingly.
All right. Well, I'll keep advancing then. The light burns, the light hurts my eyes as I sunlight sensitivity, but I think I can see the fox. I get up to the fox, I guess.
Yeah. Nothing's preventing you. The crows are just, they're just hanging out waiting for free food, and hopefully you're going to make that happen.
Alright, so I'm looking at this bear trap, and it seems pretty lodged into the fox's hind leg, as far as I'm concerned. Is there any mechanics on this bear trap that would allow me to open it with my sleight of hand skill,
yes,
instead of prying it open?
No, it's straight out strength.
No, that's fine. I'm not a weak kobold. I am, but don't tell anyone that.
And so looking down at you, you're like 3 feet below him, and he's just like, really?
Well,
that was a nat
roll,
one.
and I did not roll in athletics, but it does not matter.
That can't be the first roll of your game.
That is the first roll of my game. That is the first roll. I feebly tried to pry at the bars, scratching at the fox's leg at the same time. Clearly, I'm failing miserably at this task.
Passes out from exhaustion.
Sunlight, it hurts my eyes. I can't pay attention.
Here, come on.
Strong start, guys.
You can add your modifier. Because I think it would be an athletics check for a strength-based thing.
Ooh, Stern, could you roll a strength roll, please? I want to see if the spellcaster will get the highest roll.
Alright, so yeah, sure, why not? Actually, yeah, I have athletics, so I'm just gonna roll with my athletics.
I didn't, but I have a flat, so net 20.
Yes, I knew it!
So, so brother Kyron in his heavy armor just picks up the sanitary thing with his hand and just like opens up, let the fox drop. But he kind of like bends the metal a little bit too much and goes, "Oh, I think I damaged it," and then he just let it drop.
I
yeah.
weakened it for you.
Yeah, the fox, as you can imagine, is badly wounded. But it is savable if you all choose to save it.
It's very tasty looking.
Is the fox like trying to get away from us, or is it just laying there right now?
Right now, it's laying there. It's grateful to be out of the trap, but it is very cautious around you. If you would like to try handle animal.
Yep, I'm gonna try to handle animal to calm the fox down, so I can get close to it, so I can do a medicine check on its leg. So let me do that first.
That fox is as big as me.
And it whimpers in pain.
Well, if it's not slinking away, I'm going to try to use my medicine skill to try to set the leg and that way bandage it up.
Okay, let me get a heal on that.
22.
Oh, absolutely. You bandaged his wound, taking care of him. He's grateful for your assistance and so forth. And it's going to be a couple weeks before he's at back to normal.
Do you have proficiency in medicine?
That I do.
You
So
are
I look down at the fox and I just go. So I look down. So Kyron looks down at the fox and goes, "Live now, fight another day."
And it was Stern who freed the fox, right?
Correct.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna make a note that he kind of likes you.
We're in Forgotten Realms, so hang on, let me try it because I gotta do it and set my deity because I was gonna deity for this thing. He's gonna be either gonna be Tempest or Storm, maybe. So, all right. So
Okay,
yeah,
and by now I figure it's pretty obvious how to make a perception check. If I could get perception all the way around from you all.
Oh, yeah. Can I ask a question? Is it like
sure
a
can.
sunny day out with like light clouds, or is it very cloudy?
It is raining.
All right. I asked that because I'm terrible at rolling any perceptions.
Seems like we all did okay.
Yes, you definitely did.
Gold rolled at advantage for perception. What happened there?
I accidentally clicked in the chat. I got a 14 with my first one.
Yeah.
I got a 14 max for the first one. Can I remove the 18? No, I cannot.
No.
No.
I'm supposed to get disadvantage.
It's almost like all of us rolled like 10s. It's incredible. I'm also not sure if I like the name of this encounter. Ambush.
We ambushed the fox with help.
And
My D&D Beyond import is taking a while. I don't know why. It's just stuck on getting character data.
the import? Yeah, that's the same that happened to me when I tried to import. It just kept getting stuck on trying to import it.
Can you send me that link to mine? to my DMs, and I will do an actual import for your character. Because that also happened to me, and I had to fix it with my own Foundry.
Yeah, I looked at your character sheet, and you're correct. Half of it was missing, and all I did was do the import again, and it took it.
Okay. I guess there's something weird on my end.
The reason why it doesn't do that is we don't have permissions to add that stuff on our accounts. So when it asks for a profile pic and we try to import it, it doesn't allow it. We don't have permissions to put images in your Foundry.
Yeah.
That's why.
That would make sense.
That makes logical sense then, yes.
Okay.
Okay. So yes, when I added like the avatar image on my sheet, that was the problem then. Oh, okay. Oh well then.
Check and change DPD.
So I can do the majority of this of Mushoot's character, but I can't put his image in yours because it will never have permission to put images.
AFK for 3 seconds.
Yeah, he can just send it to me Discord.
Sorry, did you say his name was Mooshoot?
That's my Discord. My name is Mo. By the way, I forgot to say that.
I was looking at the characters, like I don't see a Mooshoot.
I did the fastest of glances. I was preoccupied with something. I was like, yeah, it's close enough.
It's all good. It's all good. Don't worry about it.
That is not what I want to put.
So, you all behind you, you hear a rustling in the trees, and you see he is a hobgoblin armed with a bow.
Nah.
I'm easily bruised. Spare me.
So, it is time for everyone to roll initiative.
Yes. Not the what happened there?
That was NPC rolls.
They were rolling their initiatives.
Oh, that's cool. I can just like go up to the combat tracker on the top, and there'll be a little dice I can click to roll initiative.
Yes, that is your that is the combat carousel, and also if you click on your token to activate the heads-up display in the top set of buttons beside your name, you'll see a dice which will also allow you to roll initiative or easily open up your character sheet.
Yeah.
So let's see. I gotta go back over to the chat.
I am not confident with all these birds.
No, come on, man. What are the odds that the birds, the fox, and the hobgoblin were in cahoots to massacre random travelers?
Not at all.
Combat begins.
Oh no, we
Maybe
got the
not the
combat
fox,
music.
but the
It's
other
pretty
one.
high now. I'm not gonna lie. We're in trouble.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, you're gonna have to give Moshoots permission to see his character sheet. I imported the majority of it, unless he already did it.
Oh, yeah, okay. And
I also don't have his image, so he'll have to send you his image.
I haven't found one yet, so it's all good.
What is that? Congalar's character?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. And Moshoot owner. Okay, and I'll add you to the party sheet. And everyone's at full health, new characters. So, yeah, why not have a little bit of fun?
Leave me alone!
This is funny.
Okay, come on. There we go. Bring to front.
Does anyone see a way to like minimize or shrink this character sheet?
You don't.
If you pop it out, yes. If you pop it out, you can actually change just the edge, goes like the borders of it, and you can make it shorter and skinnier and all that other stuff. If you pop it out.
If it's still in Foundry, you double click anywhere, and it should minimize. Or if you double click in the top, top portion.
Yeah, if you click on the title bar, also, excuse me, if you open your character sheet, it is, yeah, if you click the little cog icon, you'll see default sheet, this sheet.
Cog icon. I'm not seeing
Top
a
right of the
icon.
screen of the character of the character sheet.
Yeah, of your character sheet.
I'm looking at my character sheet. I do not see a cog.
It's like a gear at the top right of the screen for it.
Oh, now I see it.
Yep.
And this sheet, change it to custom D&D 5e.
Yes.
And then you should be able to change
the
size
that
of
does
your
it.
sheet.
Perfect. Excellent. Thank you.
It's also more mobile friendly.
Oh, it's not my problem. It's just taking up like half of my computer screen. I was like, how am I supposed to see?
Oh, you're one of them people. I only have one.
Yeah, I'm a filthy one view screen peasant. I'm sorry.
Filthy poor, like myself.
Ultra wide, hopefully.
No.
Okay, so yeah, this bird is going to fly over. And he is going to, hey, let's harass the big guy on the field.
No, the game is paused, sir. You can't do that.
Yeah, sir. Oh,
There we
he
go.
missed.
And it
See, I
was
warned.
miss. And it's combat tracker.
You are next.
It's not gonna fly away.
He did all his movement getting there.
Wow.
Oh, is it my turn now?
Yes.
It is.
Oh my. Oh dear.
Have at them.
Oh wait. Oh, kind of a problem here. Not everything transferred over altogether. That's unfortunate. Fuck it. I still got enough here to work. I'm going to. Now what? What? Whatever. I'll mess with it later. I'm going to look at the horrible bird that attempted to assault one of my lifelong friends. We're BFFs forever. And I'm going to say nasty things to him as I cast Vicious Mockery. I need the bird to give me a wisdom saving throw.
And
Damn. You said the bird had lumpy eggs.
Yes, you have a lumpy head.
That too.
you said wisdom saving, right? There we
Yes,
go.
wisdom saving throw. I whisper foul eldritch things into his ear, and his bird brain explodes as he takes a little bit of damage.
Roll that d6.
Ow.
Or
Oh,
d4.
I clicked the button and things happen.
It did.
Oh.
Yes.
I clicked it. Right,
Stop
clicking it, man.
doing it.
Okay,
Uh,
we're gonna go with
it
your.
takes 4 psychic damage and it has disadvantage on its next attack roll before the end of its next turn. Cool.
When you
And
do a vicious mockery, make sure you click the button to put it in the chat, because then he can just click the DC 14 saving throw.
I thought I did.
I,
Oh no,
I
I
You
see
had
wasn't.
him
it.
roll
Yeah.
it, and then you put it.
Yeah, I see it in the thing now. Okay.
Do you want me to send you the picture in Discord
Yeah.
so you can upload it, Winter? Or hold on, I can do that. I can send it to you. Yeah.
Okay, but yeah, 4 damage, disadvantage, and how do I end my turn?
Uh,
Uh,
if you click on your token to activate the combat heads-up display,
It's your turn.
Oh yeah, okay, I see it.
and the fox really shouldn't be in the combat.
Repay me, you furry slut!
I hope you were talking to the
Uh,
fox and not Sheer.
I hope you weren't talking to me either.
yeah, that's a good way to get a sword down your throat.
There's not furry. I see the picture. They're red, right? They're a
And,
person.
and guys, this is a perfect time to point out the safe gaming table. In your chat at the bottom, right above public role, you got a set of buttons that do a variety of things that alert me to, hey, something's wrong and we need to regroup. Just so you know, everything's there.
Okay. Okay.
I'm seeing a pause button, a
Yep.
stop button, a raised hand, and a fast forward.
Yep. A typical safe gaming. The pause, hey, you're starting to get into um, uh, a problematic area. And
You already know what I am, Winter.
yeah, yes, I know. And then stop means, hey, someone said something that, I have a problem with or has created a fear, and you were stopping it right there to retcon and so forth. Fast forward means, hey, I got a fear of snakes, so no, I'm not going down the snake hole. Can we please fast forward?
There's
Kind of-
always snakes.
Someone was being a silly, and I didn't like it.
Absolutely.
All right, the barbarian, Gilva, however it's
All
pronounced. Your
Uh,
turn.
Now, Sheer, if you, let's see, let me make sure weapons are turned on.
By the way, make sure you do damage to that crow if you haven't already.
Yes, not me.
That's on, combat.
I have not
Poster.
done anything yet.
That's on
Wait,
the
which crow?
HUD.
Razor Crow number
Bull
1.
crow, which is the one that you vicious mockery.
Yeah, it's taken a little bit of damage, but I get what you're saying.
Save change.
So just if you hover your mouse over a character, it'll say their perceived health state.
It's unharmed. It did not care for my remarks upon its plumage.
No, it did not. And, Sheer,
He's a sticks and stones defense, you know.
what are you going to do, movement-wise?
I'm gonna go over here and try and. Yeah, I guess that crow would have to be low enough for me to strike it, because that's the
You
only
could
one
hit
that
it.
really seems worth attacking right now, because
Question.
none of the others have done anything yet.
Yes, sir.
Are we using flanking rules or no? Because I know in
Yes, we will be using flanking.
okay.
You will not get flanking though, purely because it's in the air.
Jump! Jump! Damn it!
Even a diagonal, you couldn't get it if it was in the air. Sadly.
What does it being in the air have to do with anything? It's low enough for me to hit it.
Well, how flanking works is you'd have to be able to draw a straight line through the enemy to an ally. You can't draw a straight line through the enemy and an ally if it's in the air.
Yeah, no, this thing's
Okay.
only like 5 feet off the ground. I think we're okay.
Yeah, well, generally, you know, if you are two people on opposite sides, and you know, it's, I'm just gonna move Sheer for a minute. You know, if Sheer's down here, I might be tempted to give you flanking up here. You know, even though he is 5 feet in the air. Yeah, 5 feet's not an issue, but you know, 10, 20 feet, you're definitely not getting flanking.
Wait, wait, who is Congalar?
Me.
Cong-
It's my D&D Beyond name. That's why.
There's 2 of you.
There should only be one.
I see 4 people and then a white hooded man in the top right.
Yes, he just sent me his token.
Okay.
Yeah.
And character sheet, portrait, choose file.
So while he's doing that, I think go ahead, Sheer, and show that bird who's boss.
So how do I roll with advantage?
Give me just a second, and we're gonna cover a few things. First of all, quit popping up. Is that token set yet? Okay, there we go. Now come over to the portrait, set the portrait. And then I am out of the character. Okay, the heads-up display makes it really easy to target people. If you click on your token to activate the display, if it doesn't already pop up, click on Use Item. And I'm assuming you're doing a longsword hit.
Yes, but what is use item?
Down by the screaming mouth, you have a potion.
Is this on my character sheet or on the map?
Let's see. Yeah, that is on. Yeah, if you click on your token in the bottom left, you should see the heads-up display appear. It'll have a big picture of your character.
The bottom left of your screen.
I
Not
see
on
no
the
such
character
thing.
sheet, just.
I see no such thing.
Did
Yeah, I don't think
you
we're
tell
looking at
him
the
how to
same
put
thing.
the Argon combat hood on?
Yeah, if you right-click on your character token,
Right click on my character token. Okay.
you have a whole bunch of
That's
stuff that
different.
pops up. In the left-hand column, click on the crossed swords, and then you should have a whole bunch of information appear.
There it goes.
So if you click on Use Item, and we'll just guide you through a melee. If you click on your longsword, your cursor's going to change, and it's going to tell you that you have to select one target. Click on the token you want to target. And
Pretty good.
That was a 9!
Which is definitely a hit. And he took 5 points of damage, which didn't kill him. Yeah, he is dead.
That also wasn't an advantage, though.
Advantage, There's a control click. I can trigger any roll to automatically account for damage after you've rolled it, which I really do like about. And neither one of them was a crit. And then click the intern down at the bottom. You might have to re-click your token.
All right.
There's actually an intern button on the
Yeah.
the carousel thing at the top.
You can cast spells, everything, activate your rage, which has a really nice little animation to it. And okay, I have the wrong token on the map. I thought I set that token and there was a name change, wasn't there?
Yeah.
Yeah. All you'd have to do is delete and then re-add his character to the board.
Yep.
Come to me, tiny creature.
I suppose it'd be my turn. There's two of them.
It's getting out of hand.
It is getting out of hand.
Right. Hell we in. Okay, I'm just gonna delete both of them and drag one over. And
Nat 20.
Yeah, we'll work you in at the start of the next round, but we'll go ahead and let you play out of order now.
Alright. You know,
technically it is your turn.
Do we want Dearest Hobgoblin to just get attacked without him doing anything?
Well, when the bird...
He's just standing there.
When the bird hits the ground, you hear the Hobgoblin yell out, "No!"
I mean, he might just be a animal conservationist. It's completely fair.
Just really likes feathers.
You know what? I have good faith that Thoron can eat the arrow blow if he does target me, so I'm gonna hold an action to
arrow.
I'm gonna hold an action
Get out
to
from between my legs, you scaly bastard!
So I'm gonna use you as cover, and if the Hobgoblin shoots an arrow, I'm gonna throw a sling at it.
You know, Esky, the only thing that could make that better is if it happened to Chaos instead of you.
It is your turn.
Okay, and yeah, Mr. Hobgoblin is going to use his longbow, and we're gonna take a shot at Sheer since she actually killed.
All right.
And yeah,
it was 20 now.
Pretty sure that hit you.
17 anyway.
Since he did that, I'm gonna do my held action.
You're ready to action.
That one.
Oops.
Oh boy.
All my rolls have been that one.
Still rolled the damage.
We're on a good pace here.
Yeah, very good pacing.
And he is going to drop down out of the tree, and that will do it for his movement.
It is your turn.
And
it's very hard to hit a guy which is hiding behind foliage, alright?
Clearly.
Let's see. Yeah, we're gonna go over here to that one. And set his elevation to 5 feet. And we're gonna... Thank you. How about letting me target someone other than myself?
No.
I think that would still miss.
And I'll even go after first roll, which was a 10, which,
I mean, I would have missed either way.
Yeah.
so.
It is your turn.
And this crow is going to,
I'm not food.
Hey,
Do
yeah.
something, Thora. That might hit.
Okay.
Who does it
why-
affect?
Okay, hold on. Yeah, we're gonna count that as this. Why is it?
Yeah, let's
What's
take that
wrong?
other roll. That's a better roll.
No, I like this one.
No, I like the 4 damage one. Let's keep that.
I like the 10 attack roll.
I am
I also like the attack roll.
auto-targeting. And
Are you targeting yourself by chance?
yeah, I'm just clicking the use action button.
What do you want to do? Hover your
Did
mouse over
you-
the person you want to hit and just press T to target them. That's a
I
lot
was
simpler.
about to say, remember going to the top left and picking the bullseye, right? Or selecting targets.
The fast key bind to select targets, and literally just highlight over them with your mouse and just press T.
Yeah.
It's so much simpler.
And so anyway,
I mean,
yeah,
you
he missed.
with the 10 you miss.
And
What did he miss? Who is he attacking?
the rat. I'm sorry, the kobold. He's not a rat.
Oh, okay. I'm
We're
good.
calling him a rat because,
Not a rat.
I'm good with it. It's okay.
I'm too late.
I wish I could have took that 4 damage. That
All
would've been
right.
half my HP.
So, Brother Chiron is gonna activate his Shield of Faith. Okay.
Brother Colin, you got that space marine, and I just want to scream, and it is glorious night.
Why do you think I didn't hide behind him?
Why do
He'd
you
crush me.
Did that work or no? I see the
Oh, the
+2 here, and I
grace
have myself targeted.
I saw the effect.
Yeah.
We can
Yes.
just say it works.
Yeah,
You
you're
do
concentrating on Shield of Faith now.
Good. I do have it on there. Good. All right.
You have concentration too.
All right. Good. All right. So there's that. Next, I'm gonna move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So stand in front of him, targeting him, and now I'm going to attack him with my sword. And I don't think that hits.
That does.
Not that it rolls the damage, even though I miss.
Yeah, it does that at work.
It's part of the macro.
Yeah, it's one of the automations.
No problem. I just
Like
find it
you're
very
rolling
odd.
that one, and you might hit your ally, so it'll still roll damage.
Okay. So, yep. So bonus action, movement. That's done. Okay.
You are next.
Ow, that was very loud.
Yeah.
Yes.
It comes out of the woodworks.
Gulad.
Configure.
Okay, I'm just gonna flick a fireball at him.
Whoa, what was that?
Fireball. It was a fireball.
For 3 damage.
3
Devastating.
big damage.
Big damage. Big damage.
Could be smaller.
Could be much smaller.
No, I don't think he could.
I will move. Over
I got a
here.
birdie on me.
Wait a second.
And let me turn off that combat voice.
No, come on.
Oh yeah.
I have the concentration up. I don't have the Shield of Faith buff on me.
It's more of a.
Ready,
I mean,
your
it probably is a
turn
macro that
comes.
could do it, but it's as simple as just memory. You get a
No,
plus
it's
2.
I know I have a +2. Yeah.
Memorize.
Just trying to figure out why is it not.
In any case, let's see here. Let's see. The bird I was targeting is dead. There's a nice flying boy right next to me, and the big red boy is tied up by our glorious space marine. I'm gonna smack this guy next to me. Target hit. See if
You
I
got
can
this.
open up my sheet. How do I open you? I want to cast a spell, a cantrip.
Open up my shit.
That wasn't it. I don't even know what that is. Is that a
Did vicious
cantrip?
mockery again.
Yeah,
The
something like
mockery
that.
of the vicious.
I can't delete it?
No, you don't have
No,
permission
yeah.
to delete it.
Yeah.
What are you trying
Well,
to do?
whatever. I'm trying to cast Gravity Whip on him, but I can't open my sheet for some reason.
It is your turn.
Whoa! No, I didn't want to skip my turn. Go back! Go back!
It's all right.
You
It be
are
like
Too
that.
late for you.
Okay, we're back. Yeah, there it is. We make an attack against the crow. It's a 17. Does that hit?
Yes, it does hit, and you do 4 damage.
And it knocks him 10 feet away from me, but he's dead, so really I'm just flinging dead crow everywhere.
That'll teach
I'm
a
glad I'm
What a
wizard.
waste.
I'm glad I'm far away. I don't want that crow on me.
I'm glad you knocked the crow away from me.
And yeah, he's dead, so I'm just gonna end my turn. I'm nice and actually no, I'm gonna get behind this this kobold. I'm gonna use him as a shield. I'll end my
Don't do
turn.
that. Don't do that.
Yeah, you can. It's yeah, you can control click on your character token in order to lay out your movement paths, and then you just hit spacebar to accept the move on your own after you have planned it out.
Yeah, I see it now. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, I can go quite the distance. Wow.
Yes, speed.
And is that it?
For me, yeah. Did I not end it?
I got it.
It's your turn.
Sorry. It's on you, Fox. We believe in you. No, get back here, you furry
You
bastard.
could remove the fox from the initiative if you don't intend to play it. Like, it can still take damage without it needing to be in the initiative count.
Or
Alrighty.
depends on Fox's leg. I don't think so.
It's like, you guys are weird. I'm leaving.
I'm glad
Hello.
you're too confused to not like me.
I have a bear trap on a rope. Can I just throw it at someone?
Bear trap on a rope. What?
One of the starting
Seen that
equipment
before.
things from 2024 is a hunting trap.
No, I've seen that
Wow.
track they used before. People have various traps, like a big giant bear, bear trap with the giant jaws, and I've seen people start swinging that thing on a chain to attack people, or to fling it as a ranged bola attack on something to try to activate the bear trap. I've seen that.
It's just a flail with extra steps.
Yeah, that's just a complicated flail.
Yeah.
And again, I'm the only person who plays League of Legends.
League of Legends.
Yeah, one of the characters has an ability that's literally a bear trap on a rope, and he just throws it at people. Anyway, what I'm
Yes.
actually going to do.
If you want to use a bear trap on a chain, go right ahead.
No, that's not what I'm going to do. I'm not particularly appreciative of getting hit with an arrow. I'm gonna.
Well, he's not going to do that now. I'm
What
right up
about
in his face.
What about the bird trying to shit in your hair?
No, it's just a bird.
Yeah, pretty much.
It grapples you.
I'm gonna
Tries to step away. It reaches out with a big muscular bird arm. No.
I'm going to take you to
the
Sesame Street.
And this is a test game anyway, so I might as well burn my rage. Okay.
Sounds like you have indigestion.
Presumably, I am now raging. I'm
Yes,
going
you
to-
are indeed raging. And anytime you need to check what effects are on you, if you just open your character sheet and click, I believe it's the lightning bolt tab on the side, it will show you the active effects.
Oh, the bird doesn't do an attack of opportunity.
We haven't had the chance yet.
Thank you for that. I really, I was chatting.
Oh, it misses anyways. It's fine.
I do not have rage as an active effect on my character sheet.
Yeah, noticing the shield of faith also same thing on me. I'm concentrating on it, but I don't see it on my sheet on my character.
Maybe you just have to remember it for Foundry?
Yeah, some things
we'll
don't
remember
get
it.
applied.
Okay.
You just have to remember it.
That's obnoxious and stupid.
Yeah.
It's only for my minority of things, though.
Well, if it's not for rage, then it's not for anything useful.
Let's see.
Anyway.
Hey.
Check Foundry for rage.
Normally I just drag it, so if I put it in the chat window, I take it and I just drag it right to my token, and it just applies it usually.
Wasn't just like an extra 2 damage on your attack? No.
That'll hit. For 11. You have flanking, so you could roll another d20 to try to get crit.
That is in...
Nah, no crit.
Nope.
Give me just a second and I will apply that damage. Rage is not a feat. That is...
The feature.
Okay, I need to apply the damage. And... Ooh.
Oh.
Also, I don't think that damage included my rage damage, which I don't know what my rage damage is because this is not automatically applying anything.
What is your strength modifier?
You're showing a D8 plus 3, and you rolled an 8 plus 3, so it's showing an 11 for your total.
Yeah, but to say if
my
your
strength modifier is a 3.
Right,
Okay,
so
so
it did
yeah,
not
it's
apply to rage.
Not doing.
Yeah.
Rage is plus 2, so it's whatever you roll plus 2.
So it's supposed to be 13.
Yep.
You're supposed to add that in situational damage before you do the roll, but it doesn't do that because of the macro.
Yeah, you get.
Situational damage?
I think there's an effect you can add. Hold on, let me see.
I'm not used to the macro, not using the module he does that applies the damage and attack automatically.
Melee weapon attack damage rolls. Yes, there's a effect you can add in your in the rage. In the the rage effect, you can add a damage roll bonus.
There is no rage effect.
Yeah, I'm wondering if that's, I'll add 3, so he took, what, 16? 16 damage.
13 damage.
13 damage.
That would have killed him.
Yeah.
All the same.
Barbarians.
I can add the effect if you give me access to his sheet. It's pretty easy.
Yeah, I can do that. And actors, where are we? And I see that redhead sheer, and I just think of Flare.
It's Red Sonja, man.
I mean, it's effectively the same character, just
yeah.
with a different name.
Who needed access to his sheet?
Mo.
Mo. And okay, yeah, you have access to his sheet, and you know, effectively the crow is just going to run off.
On its
No.
turn.
Hmm.
No escape.
And
Yes.
it's gonna run off on its turn.
And anything else you want to do while he's setting you up, Sheer, for rage?
I don't think there's anything else that I can do. So, no.
It will be your turn
All right.
next.
Pretty simple thing. I'm gonna
Oh.
move. I'm gonna toss a rock at it. That hits. For 8 damage.
But how do you know? Maybe it has a high AC.
Nah. So yeah, I just stone it to death. I pull out my sling, I pet the fox, and I kill it. I think I kill it. It could just be very
Yes,
angry that
yes.
it's being red.
Yes, he is very much dead.
Your rock smacks against the crow. You see its feathers begin to shed as it slowly metamorphizes into a small dragon.
Oh, I can't hurt dragons. That goes against my religion.
That's not going to be a problem later.
And with that, we are effectively out of combat. And
No one meaningful took damage.
let's...
Okay.
Oh, God!
And then I hear screaming above me after I say that.
Sorry, I was just checking something, but it doesn't look like it's adding an effect for some reason, even though there is one.
I have a unnamed new passive effect.
You're just too chill like that, man. You can't get angry.
Oh, brawler.
Rage? No, I'm over that.
It's there, but I don't know why it's not working. It's under the rage like ability, so I don't know why.
Oh, sorry, I did that, Sheer. Wrong button on the character sheet. And... I wonder, can we do it this way? Character features, monsters, server.
There we go. So now it should. Do you want to roll an attack?
Oh yeah, now it's good. It was buggy.
You gonna roll an attack? See if it works.
How do I target the dead guy?
With your fists.
Yeah, just mouse over and hit
Press
T for
E.
target.
And now they're targeted. Congratulations.
There we go.
Yep,
Plus
looks
2,
like
plus
work.
3. Perfect.
Voila.
Yep. 4 plus
Yeah.
2 plus 3.
There we go, and it should scale on its own whenever you level up to the appropriate damage.
And you just butchered that dead guy.
We did it. We murdered the bird man.
Now
For
you just took the fox.
for spellcasters, Foundry, when you go to cast, it will ask you what level you would like to cast it at.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I am a warlock, so the answer is yes.
That's true.
The answer is once. I've ran out of spell slots.
I'm gonna
Yeah, I
take
want
a
to talk to you. I want to talk to you about that later.
Ow.
Alright, so that actually worked, I think.
Oh
Right?
wow, I hadn't seen that effect yet. Cure wounds and 12. Back to Yova.
And I am back at full health.
Good.
Also, I think my HP is a little too high for a first level druid. I have 15 HP.
Yeah.
You have 15 HP.
I don't know why. It's supposed to be 11, not 15.
What did you do in D&D Beyond to make that happen?
I don't know. Hold on,
You
let
have
me
the
see.
toughness seat?
Maybe? No, hold on. Let me see.
Even that
I
wouldn't
don't
be
even think
enough.
Tough would even give you that.
No, it'd
I
be.
think like a Hill Dwarf with Tough, maybe, but you couldn't do that at level 1.
Let me see.
Parkinson's osmotics.
15.
Sure, it's your HP you're looking at, not like your AC?
Oh, it says rolled HP is 12 in Foundry. That's okay. And D&D Beyond, it should be 8. Because, yeah, no. That's weird. Can I
Rolled
change that?
HP.
What is your...
Yeah, level 1 you should have like a standard HP.
Yeah, level 1 you get your max for your hit die. Plus
Oh,
your
I know.
con.
I don't know why it's 12. I have no idea why it's 12. I never even rolled it.
Baffling.
We don't
Okay.
roll your first hit die.
Yeah.
No, I know. I know. But I don't know why it showed up as 12. That's why I'm confused.
Mystery for the ages.
How did I gain this HP?
The fox knows. It's why he's still here.
Yes. You must inquire.
Absolutely.
What does the fox say of this?
The fox
Alright.
says the bird's the word.
What does the fox say?
The bird is the word.
Oh, that was 2 references that shouldn't be together. I hate that.
That should not exist anymore.
Oh,
That's
too
good.
funny.
Hmm.
So,
Alright.
I think it does not do that. Okay.
if y'all don't care, I'm just gonna drag a few others and NPCs to the map, and we'll just run a another combat. So
We're gonna do a mock,
Whatever, man.
whatever. We're gonna do a trial by combat. I'm gonna roll 15 more nat ones.
It's okay. It's as long as the poor luck continues to head in your direction, the rest of us we're good with it.
I'll make sure to stay right by you when that happens.
Well, maybe. I mean, like, I'm kind of conflicted now. It's all fun and games until I take a single hit point of damage.
Got this cool fireball scroll. You want me to read it to you?
Fireball scroll? No!
oh, you know you wanting to.
Where did he even get that? We're level 1.
I have friends.
I know people, he says, kind of stuffing it up his shirt as he squeezes out of the 7-Eleven.
Yeah, and a GM making a note to check his character sheet after the game.
Look, it's what my character would do. I have 15 million gems. I'm a kobold. I would have that guano. I lived in a cave.
Let's see. Oh, why not? Just because you're handy.
We're gonna fight a death knight now.
Well, I was trying to think of what a few appropriate CR1 characters would be, and an owlbear is definitely not a CR1.
No,
We could
definitely
handle an
not.
owlbear. A single owlbear? That's nothing.
Oh, that's horrible. Sometimes they like spew like solar flares from their mouth. It's terrible stuff.
And just to reset everyone, actors party sheet.
Get this thing away from me!
Maybe we should reposition the party for this engagement.
Yes, you all are welcome to move wherever you want, and I'm gonna delete Mr. Fox.
Oh yeah, we are definitely gonna lose this fight. By the way, it has multi-attack.
Yeah, no, like there's a reason that combat rating is a thing. Get that away
If
from
it
me.
only did one attack, I think we could live at the end of this.
D&D TRs have never been correct.
No, they haven't.
They've never been correct.
You could probably kill a dragon wormling. Or a young dragon.
Oh no, definitely not. I had a party at level like 2 trying to pick a fight with like a little green dragon wormling. It breath weaponed them once and they were out.
No, that's because they were grouped up. You never group up with a dragon.
Fireball formation, man.
Control A.
That's just everybody running for different trees.
Yeah.
And it's time to
full cover
roll.
block AoEs. This reminds me of a
Beautiful.
game of Icewind Dale. And you roll my thing.
You get in, you roll initiative, you don't get a good roll. to
Nat
start with.
20, baby.
So you open up the save load menu and it's like, oh, here we go again.
That 20 initiative is not always a good thing.
That means I get to run away first. I don't have to kill the owlbear.
Hey, no, get back here.
I rolled an 11. I don't know how I feel about that.
You
Nah, you'll
rolled
be
the
fine.
same as the owlbear, so you're okay, maybe?
No, because the owlbear's going before me.
No, positive thoughts, happy thoughts, come on.
To our
Yeah.
dearest druid, we require you to roll your initiative.
Mr. Everstone, would you please roll initiative?
In all seriousness, when the initiative is tied, doesn't the higher dexterity go first?
I believe so.
Supposedly.
Yes.
What if they're the same dexterity?
Then they fight to the death for the privilege.
I forgot what it was the ruling here.
Well, my dexterity is 13.
We do a
roll for
d20
initiative.
contested.
No?
I don't know what the ruling is if they have tied decks and they rolled the same number.
Who's called Everstone?
He's away.
Everstone,
He's
Oh.
gone. He's gone.
Moe? It's Moe, right?
Moi? I don't know.
I still see his name in the chat.
He left a
point
while
Maybe he just
ago.
stepped away.
Oh, well, there. I'll just roll for him.
Oh.
Fight.
Wait, no, I'm not first. That's not right.
I'm
No, you're-
first. You're second.
Rochambeau it.
Yeah,
So-
Okay.
Just Rochambeau it.
Whoever's first gets the bigger token in the carousel.
Yeah, I get the blue. I get the blue carousel highlight around my character. You know what? I'm gonna hold an action when the owlbear become adjacent to an ally. I'm gonna use my sling on it. Then I'm gonna move
Yes.
behind Darius Yilva
Your sling.
and end my turn.
It's going to be funny to see who strikes first.
It's not me. Hold my action.
Gonna be me. I'm ready. I'm ready to go. This will either be really great or really sad. I point at the owlbear and I cast Tasha's hideous laughter. And I need a wisdom saving throw from them. Let's see if I can just get it.
It's gonna laugh at you when we die now.
Oh, God.
Party, hardy, har.
And there's the wisdom saving throw.
Pass.
Did you use my thing? Did you press the
It wouldn't
button?
matter. His
Come on.
base roll was high enough to pass it.
No, come on. Push the button.
I did push the button.
You had his character selected, so it used his wisdom modifier. But you still rolled a 16, so unless it has a -3,
It's an owlbear. They're not smart, right?
it's wisdom.
No, quiet.
The thing that lives in the forest does not know the forest.
Case,
Okay.
action.
Oh.
Although I do have
Could
a
fail it, then.
question. I have a question. The wisdom saving throw for Theron was green. That wasn't an advantage, was it?
No.
Green just means it passes.
Yeah, you passed.
Oh, okay. All right.
If it's
and
red, you fail.
I end my turn because that was an action.
Okay. Why didn't it do that? Lacks permission to create. Ah, freaking hell. Okay, so let's do this. Did that work now?
Shield of Faith and apply to selected tokens.
Oh God.
There it is. I think that did it, right? Take a look here. Yep, now I see the AC bonus. Alright. So I bonus action do that, and let me see here. 5, 10, 15, 20. Hang on. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Alright. Target that creature, and now I will
Thank you, my good man.
attack him, drawing his attention. So let's see if this works. I doubt that will hurt him or hit him. Sorry, I mean.
No, it did not.
You should get advantage because they're in. Actually, ignore me. They are in. They're prone. Actually, they are prone because they failed the wisdom.
Oh, so
You do get advantage from that.
Oh, okay. So I should roll attack again. So let me roll that again then. How do I do that roll again here?
I think you can just click it in the chat where it said the 11.
Okay. Hang on.
That would change it to a 14.
14.
Yep. And 14, that does hit.
Yay! So he takes 6.
Him getting adjacent to the owlbear would trigger my attack, trigger my held action, by the way.
Go right ahead and fire it off.
Oh!
That's a 20, but it's a ranged attack, so
it's a ranged attack. Still an at 20.
No.
Does prone give you bonuses against the ranged attack again? I think so.
Yeah, it does. Disadvantage unless you're within 5 feet of him.
Yep, so you gotta roll again.
I would have, actually, I don't have to roll again. I have pack tactics, which would cancel out.
He's also got pack tactics, though, so it's like disadvantage, canceling advantage, canceling disadvantage.
Yeah,
okay.
So it'd just be 12.
So we are going with the owlbear as having Tasha's laughter?
You tell us, man.
I thought he failed the saving throw because he had the wrong wisdom.
Yeah, I'm looking to see. I want to fly there.
Every time it takes and it gets attacked, it rolls another wisdom saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
So it rolled 2 wisdom saving throws.
Okay, apply to selected tokens, and I only have the owlbear, and haha, there we go.
So I guess roll 1 for the first one.
Yeah, we get to roll 2 wisdom saving throws now.
I'm never gonna trigger my sneak attack.
Yeah, who's getting the wisdom?
The owlbear is with advantage.
Every time it takes damage, and at the start of its turn, it makes a wisdom saving throw to see if it still has the giggles.
Got it.
It just took 2 sources of damage, so you're going to be rolling 4 d20s.
Or twice, anyway.
Rolling with advantage. Well, no, advantage.
With advantage. That would pass.
That would pass. They do not have the giggles.
It's fine. They'd still be prone. Which would not cancel out my stuff. They would take that 12 damage I did to them, by the way, if you didn't apply it already.
And damage is applied, and...
I rolled max damage on that?
So sling, you gotta get lucky sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it registered it as a critical.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an owlbear.
And slings
Yeah.
are very good weapons in real life.
Oh,
It's a
yeah.
shame they're not good weapons in D&D.
And he's just gonna
Yep.
turn around. We're gonna target and let's do a claw attack.
I'm innocent. Leave me alone.
That would miss.
Oh, and it missed. And
Thank God that misses.
That's 20 damage.
Damn.
Man.
Yikes! That's almost. Holy shit! That's almost full damage. God damn.
and I'm gonna be nice and just let him do one attack this round.
Thank you.
Around an owlbear, we might actually have a chance.
I'm gonna just like preemptively rage.
That makes a lot of sense.
That's
Mhm.
so loud.
You
Yeah,
can lower
I-
the audio of it by, I think it's interface in the
Yeah,
audio control.
in the sidebar, click the music note, and then it would be interface.
interface, yeah. Also, you can take away my perms for Yulvamdom.
Yubba bum bum.
Yep, bum, bum.
Uh,
You
If
have
I would get
advantage. That's not.
Ooh, yikes!
A little better. Just a little.
Can he get a pity?
You have inspiration, don't you? You're human.
yes,
You're human,
I
get
did
divine
give
inspiration.
everyone inspiration, so.
That's
It's only an
true.
owl bear. You really can waste
he
inspiration.
uses the inspiration. He rolls again. He gets a 9.
Don't jinx it.
It's only a lowly
But
owl
sure,
bear.
let's try.
It's a test game.
Ah,
Now remember
12.
inspiration. I mean, sorry,
That wasn't-
advantage.
Would I still get the advantage on the
yes.
inspiration heal?
Yes, you would get that.
Finally,
All right, that's a hit.
that
for
makes me
6
laugh.
damage.
And it has advantage on its next attack roll if we're using weapon mastery rules.
Huh?
If we are, then it has disadvantage on its next
That's
attack.
what I just said.
I heard you say advantage.
I did
No,
too.
it's a disadvantage if we're using weapon mastery rules.
All right.
Do you
Disadvantage on
have-
its next attack.
Do you have weapon mastery? I don't.
He would if we're doing the 2024 rules, of which we're merging the two. So yeah, he would.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Alrighty.
Here.
I am here.
Lovely.
Tell me your schemes, your plans, your furry fantasies with the owlbear.
Furry fantasies. I'm not gonna ice knife because that would hurt you guys. So I'm just gonna chuck a fireball at him again.
Ew.
That doesn't hit, right? No.
No, it does not.
Unfortunate.
They're tanky, man.
The firebolt sizzles in the rain.
Dang it. Okay, that's it.
I have to remember to manually turn on the rage even after I hit the button.
All right. It's
Where's
back
that?
to my turn.
Kobold at. I need to make sure he stays between me and the owlbear.
I'm gonna go over to this tree stump, and I am going to cast Catapult on the owlbear. Gonna toss this rock at the owlbear.
I was about to say, you mean you're going to cast like something else at the owlbear? You're not going to try to catapult the owlbear. That would be a little awkward.
You catapult the tree stump at it.
Don't try to persuade me into not hurting it. Oh.
That's another 20, man.
I would have advantage technically. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Here's a beautiful thing. I have sneak attack, which means I also
Ooh.
rolled 2d6s
But
for the sneak
Wait.
attack damage.
you said catapult.
I was making a joke that I'm throwing the rock at it with my sling.
Oh my god. I'm just so used to people actually using the catapult spell.
I do love the catapults. So.
Did not get that. All right.
I'm doing my sneak attack damage. Actually, I have a button for it, but it won't do the double. So I guess use a 7. So that would be
Probably.
9 plus 7, 16? 16 damage.
I don't know. That looks like a 1 to me.
I rolled the 2d6 above because I got sneak attack, so
Yeah.
I rolled double the die for that damage.
Okay. Yeah, he's not a happy bear.
That'll end my turn.
He's red.
Yes, he's bloodied under
badly
half
injured.
HP.
I told you we could take on an owl
Make ready.
bear.
Your turn.
No, go
comes.
back.
Oh,
I didn't
you
want to skip my
see-
turn. I keep doing it. So I have a question. How do I check how many spell slots I have? I can't see like a marker or anything.
Yes, that took me a minute to figure out as well. If you open your character sheet and go to your spells, I'm sorry. There are, let me find your token. Where the hell are
I'm there. I'm looking at it.
Ah, there you are.
Oh, I'm in the far north. I'm away from these earthly troubles.
Yeah, if you look under where it opens up, if you hit the cast spell button on your heads-up display, under
Wait,
Pack
heads-up
Magic,
display?
you got that little light blue box.
Pack magic? What? You've already lost me.
Okay, let's start here. Go to open your character sheet. Click
Did
on
that.
click on your spells tab.
Did that.
And if you look in the right hand side where it says Pack Magic first level, you got that little chevron.
Don't see that.
Where it says first level, you look at first level, and go to the far right. You should see 2 little shield or 2 little badges. Looks like
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I see the little badge. Okay.
There you go.
Yeah, lit up means you have them available, and then they disappear as you use your spell slots.
Yeah, we'll need to talk about that later. Okay, well, in that case, I don't have any more spell slots remaining, so I'm just going to...
Well,
Die? No.
Cantrips, don't you?
What?
Cantrips,
many-
or you don't have those?
Yeah, I
How
got
many-
cantrips, but I also...
You get what, 2 spell slots at first level?
No, I get
I mean-
1.
Are you
What?
2024 or 2014, Warlock?
I'm 2024.
Oh my god, they nerfed. Oh my.
Yeah,
That's
I wanted to talk about it, and I'm going to double check later, but for now,
Right.
I have...
You only get 1 spell slot. Yeah.
I have a like a background spell that I can cast once, Dissonant Whispers. So I'm going to whisper nasty nothings into this owlbear's ear, and I need him to give me a Wisdom saving throw.
Yeah,
How do I cast?
just-
Damn you!
If you go through yeah, you got it through the heads-up display.
If you cast
Okay,
that spell, there's a thing you can say that says don't use the resource or don't use a spell slot. You should be able to do that.
Yeah, there we go.
There we go.
Okay.
Let's- Yeah, they need to make a Wisdom saving throw. They fail.
Failed.
So I whisper nasty things into their ear, and they take 13 damage, and they use the reaction to run as quickly away from me as they can.
That's pretty good.
That's very good.
And
That will then proc
2 opportunity
attack of
attack.
opportunity. Yep.
Make ready. Your
I'm glad you
turn
didn't say
comes.
closer to you. I don't want that beast near me.
No, I have a different spell for that, but I get that later.
uh,
Also,
is it
my character is unconscious? What?
The damage was applied. Wait, what? He applied the damage to you, I think.
oh,
By
sorry.
accident.
Whoops.
You're probably also not concentrating on Tasha City's laughter anymore.
Oh, no, that
He,
would have been.
yeah, he has
that
been
would-
doing that for a while.
He already succeeded on his save, so yeah, that's
So it doesn't
great.
matter if he has that gone or not. Yeah.
So you are not unconscious. And you should have full health. Okay, so that takes care of you. And then let's see. You
Owlbear
take
uses the action to run.
13. Yeah, he got the damage from that. And then the owlbear is going to run. Volva, would you and wherever the hell you are, Stern like to make
Oh, yes.
opportunity attacks?
Mm-hmm.
Opportunity, that's my favorite.
With advantage.
Oh yeah, that thing's
Right.
dead.
Nah, I might not die.
I don't think that I could target the bear.
And yeah, that hits, but it needs to go on. Who do you have targeted?
I didn't have anybody targeted.
Okay, so there we go. The owlbear takes 13. Motherfucker.
Okay.
We did it. We knocked it over.
Leave from my sweet nothings.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to when he's dead. um, guys, we can run through another combat simulation.
Well, I think has anything we should ask really is for the combat simulation. I think we have melee combat down pretty good. We just need to figure out like targeting and stuff like that, as well as spells. I think that's our major deal. Are we using everything in our repertoire to make sure that all of the weird stuff that we normally would, that all things weird stuff we would do in combat, have we properly flexed them to see if they work on Foundry or not? So, like my Shield of Faith, so notice that if I cast it, doesn't actually add the buff to me, so something had to be done there. I think I usually heal on somebody, so I think my heal spells work fine.
You're healed.
You're glowing. I see you. You're shiny.
Your Shield of Faith, I did not know that you wanted that was real when you cast it. So that's my fault. Where is it?
No problem. Okay.
So if you want to, let me give this guy some health again.
I mean, I see it on Brother Stern there. He's got the effect.
And now I have the Shield of Faith. Before when I cast it in this combat thing, it did show up because I do see my AC highlighted in blue, which means it does show the buff. So
yeah, I just didn't. I didn't hit the. I thought it was a misclick, so I didn't apply the effect to you.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Well, that's fine there.
And then I'm going to consume your resource while I'm at it.
Well, not really. It's it's part of a thing I have. My background, or actually no, it's not even the background. Human gives me a feat, and the feat I chose was going to be the Magic Initiate Cleric, which gives me an additional spell slot or additional spell.
Aha.
So it still eats up your spell, or do you get one free casting per day?
I get one free casting essentially. I get
Okay, so it's the exact same as my Dissonant Whispers then. All right.
Right. Magic Initiate gives me 2 cantrips I can choose depending on which initiate I choose. So it gives me 2 extra cantrips, and I can prepare or have during the day, and it gives me 1 extra level spell that I can cast without a spell slot.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
One.
I
Yeah.
I got pretty much the same thing coming from the other direction with the spellcaster. I get 2 extra
Right.
cantrips and a spell slot for free each
Right.
day.
Right. So the origin feat for human gives me that. So I took the more magic initiate cleric since I'm already cleric. I just get an extra cleric spell once per day, which I made Shield of Faith, and that's it. Cool. Okay.
Yeah, I
It
refunded
should.
your resource on that. And
No problem.
guys, since we're gonna apparently continue for a little bit, which is perfectly good with me, let's
Alright.
take a 10-minute break here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Okie dokie.
Yeah. All right.
Cool
So the next
beans.
fight, I think I'm gonna try to just use only my Sacred Flame and like Healing Word. Then we'll see how those work out. Cool.
Cool. I'll be back shortly. Thank you.
I need to rename my guy to David.
I mean,
Oh, I was leaning real heavy on those as it was.
hang on, let me take a look. What was the old way of it then? Let me take a
I'm
look.
probably gonna put some points in the maybe wizard later. I'd like to do a thief rogue thing where I can use my ability to use magic items to just do a bunch of scroll hijinks.
Well, are you gonna like do what was it, Eldritch Trickster or whatever it's called? Is your subclass?
Arcane. No. The actual thief subclass allows you to use a magic item as a bonus action, so I could use a scroll alongside another spell in the same turn order.
Oh.
Really, it's the same. They haven't changed it. So the number of spell slots you have, the 2024 version, is the same as the 2014 version. There's no change.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, first level, you only get 1 spell slot. Second level, you get 2, and then third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, and you stick with 2 all the way until like level 10, and then at level 11, you finally get your spell slot. Yep.
That's what I was saying. We did like a 1 to 10 campaign, and they said like the 2 slots the whole time. So it was like, why don't we just change it a little bit since they never take short rests?
It's still the 20. Yep, the Warlock 2024, pretty much the same as the 2014 in terms of spell slots.
What caught me off guard was the fact that like I don't get my subclass until level 3, whereas the old rules you get it like right away.
That's why I didn't do 2024, because I feel it could be very boring in the early game.
That's okay. I'm going to focus entirely in the early game upon annoying all of you as much as possible. I can occupy myself with mechanics later.
Alright, I have a thing. I used the sling in this combat. It was pretty effective. It is straight up a downgrade to the short bow I could have got.
No, see, that thing is lucky. You can't get rid of it now.
I'm gonna use this sling all game. My only range weapon I want is this sling. And magical
with a
Gary.
crit every time, yeah.
I'm gonna say that I'm gonna be terrible at range because my effective range is 30.
But I mean,
that's okay. The actual damage die on weapons don't really matter that much after a given level.
Esky, you built yours off the 2024 rules, correct? But it doesn't.
It's kind of a mishmash. Like, the base class is the 2024, but technically the subclass comes from 2014 rules, and I mashed them together. The only significant difference is that I don't get my subclass until level 3 instead of level 1, so it's just not a lot going on right now.
You still have more than a champion fighter.
I still have what?
Still have more than a champion fighter.
Well, champion fighters, yeah, no, they just kind of exist, don't they?
That's all they can do.
So,
I'm in a campaign.
Your base come from 2024.
Yes, the base is 2024.
Okay, so we've got 2 characters that need 2024.
Honestly, with me, you don't have to worry about anything once we get past level 3, because then I'll be pretty much dead even with a standard 2014 character.
I mean, it's up to you, boss. And you're the GM. It's your game, so you decide. If you don't want 2024 stuff, then we won't use it. If you want 2024 stuff, then
change it on the fly.
I'm wondering if we shouldn't change the default to 2024, and since Shear's character is truly the only one that needs we modify one character instead of modifying many.
Mine's also 2014.
What's getting modified?
Also 2014.
I think majority of us are 2014. I only think 2 of ours are 2024.
Yeah. What is getting modified? I don't understand.
I think I'm the problem child.
There's a couple of rulings that change, but it's not class-specific rulings. Like, when people level up and what they get, that changes, but it's not significant per person.
Yeah, like I said, my stuff doesn't really change past level 3.
Yeah, like, we don't need to change the class thing. There's some rulings, like opportunity attacks in 2024 allow you to grapple or shove, which they couldn't in 2014. So that's stronger.
Oh, I don't know anything about that.
But like, if we're gonna just say that both rulings from both the books work, then what people pick when they level up shouldn't matter too much. There might be a bit of power creep between the different versions of classes, but I don't know anything about that power creep.
Yeah.
Me and
I will say, just for transparency's sake, there with 2024 characters have a potential of having one more feat than even a variant human at first level because of the 2024 backgrounds, which I did not take because they scrapped the Outlander background.
I got that, but I got a 2014 background that gave me a feat anyway. So
Well,
What
the
2014
human
background
is different because human in 2024 is different from human 2014. Human 2014, you either chose the regular human, which got a flat +1 to all stats, and then that's it, or you get the the variant, which is get +1 to 2 stats, and you get the feat. Now the 2024 human, you choose between getting like 3 stats get a +1, or 2 stats get a +1 and a +2, but then you also get a feat. So that does kind of weird things out a little bit.
Yeah, that's true.
I think we're okay, though. I don't think there's a lot of major differences at
I don't think
present.
we've power gamed the optimization of their first level.
Yeah.
Yeah, my
Cleric
feat was
changed a
Tavern
lot.
Brawler. I can punch harder. That's fantastic. I'm never gonna do that.
Cleric
Yeah.
does get changed in 2014, 2024, because clerics never had a subclass. Now clerics get a subclass at third level, as opposed to they just get their domain at first level and get everything right then and there. So
Yeah, that's kind of like how
Alright.
warlocks work. That's what I'm dealing with right now.
We'll just continue on as normal, and as shit develops, we'll deal with it.
Yeah, level 3 is when things will start evening out into we don't have to worry about that shit anymore.
okay.
I don't think we'll ever have to worry
Winter.
at this level. We can kill
Winter.
an owlbear.
Winter, give me more spell slots.
How many do you
Oh.
want?
Do it.
Oh, no. Give him scrolls. Give him 15 scrolls per day.
No,
We will discuss that.
yeah, no, like I say, I'll talk about it with you later.
All right.
We'll see what kind of deal you're willing to make.
I mean, it's just I'll end up with like 2 extra spell slots at level 20, so it's like, and I'll get my spell slots a little quicker, so it's up to you.
Can I get close to spell slots?
Do you cast spells?
No.
Well, sure, you can have as many as you want.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. So I guess we'll start up again. Another new battle scene.
Yeah, let's make this one a little more interesting.
I thought a owlbear was pretty interesting to start with.
Yeah, maybe we should fight that black dragon wormling.
No, come on. No.
I was thinking 2 owlbears for this combat.
As long as they both only take like 1 swing at a time, I'm okay with it.
Yeah,
As
you
long
know
as
what?
they don't attack.
I'll give you that. Single attack.
No, I don't want any owlbears. Give them away.
Too late.
Put that away.
We'll be fine.
No, we won't.
Oh, hell no.
They do 20 damage a swing. No, we won't.
Okay, what would you all
This is not the
like?
combat I should.
Well, everyone's gone.
I was just gonna practice my spell casting now. 'Cause like I said, I've gotten down melee okay, so I know that's how that goes. My Shield of Faith works. So I just gotta try all my other spells.
You've got an owlbear. Feel free to target away.
Okay.
Yeah, just give us.
So let's just see here. Just activate the combat HUD, and
You know what?
let's cast. No. There we go. Okay, let's try this.
I don't.
It's wild to me. I turned that down to like 10 volume, and it's still blowing out my earbuds.
All right.
I don't know the size of your characters, but my character is like 2'3".
I could fit you in my coat.
I'm 11 feet tall. No, I'm fucking kidding.
I knew it. 11-foot tall human. Called it.
No, he's like 5'11".
All right.
Yeah, he failed his saving throw, took 4 damage.
Take the 4 damage. All right.
Yeah.
So, and I had him properly targeted, and you used the DC 13 dexterity saving throw button.
Correct.
So looks good.
Even though
Alright.
the GM used the wrong person and made Yova.
Again.
Yeah.
All right. No problem there.
Yeah, getting used to that clicking, targeted versus selected.
Okay. All right. So where is everyone? Okay, there we go. Hang on a second, then. Let's do this.
Yo, I thought I was gonna be cool, but then I had people doing save or die spells every 2 seconds.
Oh no, it's control, right? I just do control.
What do we have? We got Yulva, the human barbarian. We got Goodwill, the
Oh, shift.
human warlock, and we've got our kobold rogue.
Why are you running away? Stop that.
What is Ghoul? I can't see his picture real good.
He is a Kalashtar druid.
Kalashtar. That's a kind of elf, isn't it?
Okay.
They're like humanoids, I think. Hold on.
They're weird psychic humans, so they're humans
Yes.
with innate psychic ability.
Yes.
Brother Stern is a glorious clone of the Emperor.
I'm just throwing you all into combat just to control the chat notifications flying through.
Okay. All right.
How do I delete this circle I've made? Go away.
Alright. We have 4
L
people
button,
that can
DEL
answer it.
button.
Yeah.
So, hover your mouse over it and then press the delete button on your keyboard.
There should be like a little square that pops up when you have measurement controls on.
The left-hand sidebar, the second button down is a square ruler. If you click on it, it will pop up a token where your circle is, and then you can just select and hit delete.
I can move it, but I can't delete it. Oh, now it went.
Yeah, you can click either backspace or the delete key on your keyboard to remove them.
Yep.
And then you gotta switch back to your player mode.
That
Yeah.
will be a surprise tool that helps us later.
Can we just, befriend the owlbear? Maybe we don't have to go to blows.
No, we did this before. We had a party. They went into a dungeon. They befriended an abomination of science. They kept it as a pet and a mouse.
Combat begins.
You're keeping me as a pet.
Okay, Eski, we'll let you target and attack first.
Oh, yes, I love this. I see the owlbear. We make eye contact, and I whisper, your feathers are very soft. And he's going to take some horrible saving throw for wisdom once I open up my sheet.
You just do a cat call on him. You're just gonna go.
Yes, I'm catcalling the owlbear, and yeah, cautious, hideous laughter. Consume spell slot, yeah. You thought it was very funny.
Only if we have minds.
Eski, would you mouse over the owlbear and hit the T?
He doesn't have to do that for that saving throw. All you have to do is have your owlbear selected on your side. Click on the button.
Okay, I got it. It's the GM.
It's only for attack rolls. For saving throws, you have to do it.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and warn you right now. Pretty much every last one of the spells I'm going to select over the course of our adventure are saving throws.
And that checks out.
That is a 2. He thought
That's
that
a
was
nat one.
hilarious. That was my action. I don't want to get closer to it, but I do want to get behind this lovely scaled creature who I can use as a shield. And then I'll end my turn.
But using me as shield. It's not nice. I will make it your first turn.
Uh, Yalla!
No.
Hurt.
Okay.
You don't need it.
Pop your rage.
It is on the ground. It is
That
laughing.
is
This is
that is
great.
the plan.
It's on the ground. I'm angry that it's having a fun time without me.
And I have to just manually turn it on my character sheet, I guess.
I got it.
Who's the man brave enough to attempt to give her a tummy tickle so she laughs too?
Yeah, when you cast Rage, it actually popped up with the apply button this time for me to apply it to you. So you are
cool.
raging.
And then let me turn this off, I guess, so that I'm not possibly raging twice. Except now I don't think I'm raging.
Yeah,
I'm gonna turn it
that
back on.
lost your rage.
And I'm gonna run up, and I'm gonna remember to target the owlbear, and I'm gonna poke it with a sharp stick.
I just realized, using a versatile weapon, you could be holding in two hands for a d10 of damage.
I have a shield.
Do not forget, since it is prone, you have advantage on the attack.
Oh. Well,
5% chance to crit. Did not happen.
nope.
No.
But he still took 13 damage.
Okay, the owlbear makes a saving throw to see if it is still funny.
And it has advantage on it because it was caused from an attack.
And
I'm sure it'll fail. It won't get a
when-
net 20
when in
twice.
doubt, refresh.
I got you, fam. I think. No, this will roll my sheet. That's not.
And okay.
You know, owlbears aren't that scary. They're not even a threat.
Hey, he's pretty scary, man.
You gotta turn his HUD on. That's
If I do 21 damage again with a sling.
And he needed what? A wisdom?
Yeah,
Wisdom
saving
save.
throw.
Make sure you have the owlbear selected when you do the obviously.
At advantage?
Yep.
Yes.
Alright. Yeah.
Failure! That was a 14, but the DC to beat was 14. Does an equal roll beat or
Yeah.
Yes.
beat? Or
Yeah, I believe it's
Meet to
it's meter beat. Meter beat.
If it meets a
Yep.
beat.
Meet to beat.
Meter beat. No.
meter beat? Yeah.
Meat beat. Does that end your turn, Ylva? Do your action.
Oh, alright, yep.
You are next.
Oh God.
Yeah, Neverstone. Stern might want to reset his character because he still has his. Because you have your.
I can't turn off the shield of faith. I don't have it concentrating.
Go to
Do a long rest.
right hand.
Just do a long rest.
It's not even that. Right hand side of your character sheet, you got the lightning bolt effects. You open it up. It should have a thing for your.
This is concentration. Yeah, I went to there. It's not showing.
Yeah.
Oh wait, now it is.
Yeah.
Hang on. Let's try to disable that effect. Good, and break that concentration. Excellent. Oh, okay, good. Excellent. All right, thank you for that.
Okay, and Everstone, I'm gonna click the owlbear. I'm going to click the dex saving throw, and it's normal.
The 14 hit.
What did
Dang
you do,
it.
Mr. Everstone?
Hit or miss.
Ice knife.
I'm gonna
Albino.
assume you threw that towards the edge so you didn't stab Yolo with it.
Yeah.
It
Yep. He succeeded the saving throw, so hit or miss. So.
Hit or miss, yeah. So he takes half?
Or save. Let's see.
Uh,
He
Actually,
must succeed or take. Doesn't say anything
Oh.
about half damage.
Damn,
Yeah.
sucker save.
yep.
I know. I think we read this a little bit wrong. You roll your attack to see if the 1d10 hits. Hit or miss. Everybody and the target takes 2d6 if they fail
Yeah,
to save.
I'm not seeing an attack roll for the initial D10.
Yeah, for some reason it didn't roll.
Yeah, you have to make a
attack.
ranged spell attack against it. He never did that.
Well,
I can
because it never
see-
popped
I
it
can
in the
see it.
chat.
I can see that attack roll. I don't know why you guys can't.
Oh, I see.
yeah,
16.
yeah. Just scroll up a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, it popped up.
Oh, it
twice.
rolled it separately.
Yeah.
Oh, because it was doing the 2d6 as well. That's why.
Yeah. So I did the attack roll first and then the saving throw. Is
Okay,
it
so
dead?
yes, he took 5 damage off the ice knife, but he succeeded on the saving throw.
Hey, got it.
Wouldn't Yulva also have to do the
Each
saving throw?
creature within 5 feet of it must succeed on a dexterity
yeah.
saving throw.
If we were in a real combat, yeah, she would take damage.
Die, Ulva, die!
Oops. My bad. No, it's
Will that end your turn?
I
Tyler.
am going to hold on. How do I I'll just
The owlbear
yeah.
should still be prone, shouldn't it?
It is
Yeah, it
your
hasn't stood
turn.
up yet. It's not its turn, so.
Correct. Now it stands up, probably.
It'll take up half
Yeah, I
to
was
stand
in the
up.
process of applying that effect and realized it's his turn. And yeah, we're not, he's not doing anything. We're not real combat. We're just working on y'all's
The
targeting.
owlbear's not gonna do.
Let's
Alright.
see if how Yulva's resistance to damage works. Come on.
Goodbye, my dearest comrade that keeps on hiding behind me.
No, come back, you scaly critter.
No, I meant to move right here. Doesn't matter. All right. Time to do my pack tactics.
Pack
Big
tac-
blue. Do I click on that one? No, nat 20.
That was
That's a
almost
shame.
another 20.
That is 8 damage plus my sneak attack from pack tac. Well, just sneak attack. So let me roll d6. I can just click on that button to do it for me. That is 11 damage.
What was that?
I have no idea.
Oh, that was the sneak attack sound effect. Okay.
So yeah, I do 11 damage on my attack.
How do you get... Oh, sorry.
Just sneak attack when I would hit. an ally next to
You're
him.
adding the 2 chat cards together, and it's like, how are you getting 11? I see you now.
You can just apply both of them separately in the chat
Yeah,
to make it.
I had a button for 8 and I had a button for 3, and just it wasn't clicking. So yes, he's taking the 11 damage.
We don't do math
Alright.
around here.
I have a question.
Yeah.
On this heads-up display for my character, immediately to the right of my profile is a stack of 6 squares that I cannot interact with.
That's
Currently,
your
2 of
movement.
them are lit up.
Oh, that's
That's my what?
exhaustion.
That's the amount of tiles you can move per turn. You should see
Oh, I
6
thought
of
that was
them
exhaustion.
because you have 30 feet of movement.
Oh, that's
So,
cool.
so for
That's
every
what that
5
was.
feet you move, every 5 feet you move on your turn, it'll show that you've already used up a.
Ah, nice.
That's what that is.
Hmm?
Interesting.
I
Good
don't
to know.
see that.
Next to your character portrait in the Argon,
The bottom left, you'll see a bunch of boxes.
the little squares next to disengage and dodge.
No, I don't see any of that.
You have your
You have to have,
character.
you have to have your character
Click your
selected.
token.
Oh.
They might not even have the Argon thing toggled.
If you look at the far left-hand side of your screen, you see the token controls. 1, 2, 3, fourth one from the top. You should see toggle Argon Combat HUD.
The cross swords.
Yeah, the cross swords. Click on
Yep.
that. That'll bring up the HUD.
Yep.
And then,
That's it. That did it.
there it is. There you go.
Yeah, you can also right-click on your token and click the cross swords as well.
Oh, no, I actually see what the problem was. I had the combat tracker covering that whole thing.
Well, I mean, that would do it.
Yeah, no.
Yes, it
that's,
would.
No, on my turn.
Okay. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Oh, there you go.
Oh, that is so cool.
Alright, there you go. Used up all my movement. And now I will be casting. Hang on, alright, I gotta. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so those 3 guys are selected. And consume the spell slot for this one. It's passive level, first level, concentration. Where's my first level? There we go. So I casted Bless. So yes, I see those guys glowing. I see avatars glowing. So each of you should be seeing hopefully a Bless effect on your characters.
And boom, there they come.
Okay, so every time I cast a spell, I have to wait for the GM to apply it, correct?
Yes, apparently.
Okay. Alright, because like I said, on other games I've played, when I do that, it happens automatically. The GM didn't have to do anything. They had like a macro that just did it automatically as long as I had like.
It's probably there's probably automation for like spells and stuff. Probably MIDI or something.
Yeah, MIDI I have not turned on yet.
Okay. That's what I was trying to make sure about, that everything works properly on that one, that I have things right. Okay. I appreciate that. So there's me doing that. I casted that. That Bless is a standard action. No more. So not a bonus action. I have a bonus action. But I don't have any other bonus action stuff. So that would be my turn, I guess. So there we go.
Oh, goody. Oh, I'm turning. No, go back.
You're dancing. Because he knows how good we're doing.
Swimmingly.
No, I should do it here. This thing's probably got 1 health, doesn't it? Yeah, I know it does.
Yeah, it's gonna die.
I'm gonna point at it, cast Gravity Spike. It's gonna give me a saving throw if that worked right.
And, you know, let's see, saving throw normal.
You're playing a warlock.
Yes,
Okay,
he
it's,
passed.
Whoops, I didn't mean to roll that again. Go away.
So he takes the initial 4 damage.
Failed saved, takes that. On a successful save, takes half damage and isn't knocked prone. So it only
takes 2 damage.
And then I'm going to use a bonus action to give it a spiteful little 5-foot telekinetic shove, because I hate him.
Shove where?
I'm going to shove him away from Yulva.
No.
No.
It doesn't really mean anything.
I know. I'm not really sure how to get the telekinetic save to work, though. Oh, it already put it on the the sheet or the chat window.
That was way more than 5 feet.
That was 10 feet.
Yeah, get out of here.
No, get back over here.
And the save for the telekinetic.
8.
Yeah, they're not going anywhere. Get back over there.
Yeah.
Bad bear.
We didn't want you to run away anyways.
And, you know, it's just got a... Oh, shit. Sorry.
Why am I upside down?
Everybody's turning around. It's spread.
I had too many people selected.
You hit the...
Damn it.
Oh no.
Damn.
No.
right click. No one is selected. Okay. That owlbear's gonna turn and look in your direction there.
And it's not gonna go, because it's not its turn.
That's right.
It's
And
Yulva's turn. And Yulva rolls a billion die.
yeah, what,
And the attack did hit. And
13 with
13
13.
damage to the bear. And it
And
is dead.
separating its head from its shoulders.
And
Shoulder.
one Foundry feature that I do like from, I guess it's from the Argon display. You know, when you right click on your token, you see your health down at the bottom. Well, you know, if you need to change it, you don't have to do the math in your head. Just hit +5 or -10, and it does the math all for you.
That must be something only you can see. I don't see that for me.
right click on your
No,
character.
I just did it to myself.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right click on your token.
I misclicked.
I have right-clicked on my token. I've got my little thingies. I'm not saying a -10 or whatever.
No,
You have to type it manually.
yeah, the number at the bottom for your HP, just click on it and
What is happening?
+10.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that was a light spell, and reminded myself to never cast that spell again, unless you don't want to get creeped out by some weird, horrible noise.
You know what? Okay.
You're being abducted by aliens, man.
You deleted it.
Yeah, because that was like really freaky.
Let's do the really freaky one more time and cast the light spell.
All right. Give me a second here. Let me go back to that again. So light. All right. So hang on. Let's. And
Yeah.
Why does it last so long?
That is
Yeah, that goes on way too long.
oh my god, that's even worse. I think now. So how do I?
Got two different sound effects for a cantrip, right?
That is
It's
weird.
it's a really common cantrip, I guess. Favoritism.
Why is it not letting me?
Okay. Place or remove light. Attempting to remove previous. I want to place it right there.
Right.
And okay, so this is just light. Never mind.
Okay, so I have to tell you when I cast a spell where to place it.
That is most likely an option setting that I've just got to find and turn on.
Okay.
Because you should be able to place
Okay.
measured templates on your own.
Yeah. Okay.
There's a tool for like pinging, isn't there?
There is. You can hold X.
There is. Yeah. Just
Why can't I hold X?
yeah, like that. You know, but you should.
Oh,
I
you
shouldn't have to
the
bother.
pointers module. That's why.
Yeah, but I mean, but he's right though. If I'm like casting a spell, if like we're not in combat, I just want to cast a spell down a hallway to, you know, let's say I see something in the distance, let's say an old torch sconce that's burnt out. I cast light on that, and that should be allow me to, you know, kind of do that. So I can just,
do you see the place or remove light button in the chat?
yeah, I see it, and I'm trying to click on it, and it's attempting to remove a previous casting effects. Says there.
Okay, click it one more time.
Mayhaps it would allow him to do it.
There we go.
Oh.
There we go. I see it now. Wait, did it do it or no?
And let's see, it did. Yes. If vision was enabled, which map we're on? Ambush. Configure. Lighting. Boom. Boom. And we'll discuss lighting while we're at it.
You know, right there, Homer.
Let's see. Lighting controls. I want Transition to darkness, maybe. Yeah, if you zoom out now, you'll see the lights where they've been placed while we were messing around.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yes, it does place them. It's just it was daylight and no vision
Okay, we can
enabled
see
on the
it.
map. So
Okay.
Maybe we should keep it dark out. It'd help me out quite a bit.
I live in the dark.
I
Yeah,
fear
just
the
need me
light.
casting light spell all the time then.
It's as black as my soul.
All right.
Alright.
so
So hang on, current active modules we have here is the Step Block, Active Importer, Argon, Combat Cut, Automated. Nice. That's so nice. Yeah, I remember there used to be a thing that allowed us to do a bunch of other stuff. Oh, well. Anyway.
chances are that's the MIDI quality of life plugin that's got like 400 options in it, and I just have not worked my way through them yet.
Okay, no worries.
But yeah, it does a lot of the tie-ins for the automation and so forth. It does speed up combat in the end, but like I said, there's a bazillion options to it, and I'm working my way through and figuring out what each one does.
Yeah, there's also like pre-made setups for automation. By the way, if you go to the last page on that, like the setting, it'll give you different options for how much automation.
I have seen that, so yeah. I'm working my way through and just saying, okay, because I don't want to totally take out, you click a button and, you have to, I don't want to take out the player performing some of the roles.
Okay. No, yeah, that's fair, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And, hey, if I can trigger automatic saving throws, yes, I will trigger automatic saving throws. And it's got a one of them has the option where every time you roll a dice, it rolls 2 dice. Just in case you forgot to turn on advantage or disadvantage, both rolls are there, so you don't have to re-roll. That's a possibility. It'll automatically, as you saw, roll your damage while you're attacking.
Right.
So
there's supposed to be one where when you click on your attack, it'll come up with a pop-up window and it'll show you, okay, this is your attack. Are there any modifiers you wish to add? As well as there's a button or a flag that allows you to say advantage or disadvantage. And I need to try to find that one so that way I can show it to you in case we ever want to use or add that one. Because I like that one a lot. Because that one said, okay, this is we add advantage or disadvantage or any miscellaneous modifiers, stuff like that. That's a nice one. Need to find that one.
Absolutely. And yeah, if you come across any that you see are handy, absolutely.
Okay, cool. All right, well, it's almost 10 p.m. I'm going to try to catch up on sleep tomorrow. I got a busy day. But I think unless there's other stuff we want to review things together. Is there?
Passive perception and investigation and blah, blah, blah.
Oh, yeah, that's a good question. Yeah. How does the game want to handle that?
I don't even know if it's going to be a thing.
Yeah, it's not really something that's established in the actual stats. You just have to know how to do the calculations for that for your character.
It's like it's like 10 plus your it's like 10 plus your bonus if you have it. So yeah.
So if you go to your character sheets, you'll see like next to your bonuses, there's a number. That's basically your passive skill thing. So passive perception it's already calculated for you. So it's
where is that on the character sheet?
So if you go to your skills, you'll see where the bonuses are, the number, right next to that, you'll see either it's usually a 10 if it's a 0 or whatever 10 plus. So that's your passive. That's your
The
passive.
number to the right of the modifier.
Yes.
Okay.
In your skills.
So,
So,
there is
I mean, again,
passive deception then?
So
Yeah.
my passive perception would be 15. So yeah, it just calculates it in there for you.
right.
Oh yes, I am a lying boy. I got a passive 16.
Okay, so, what other? So we're using flanking. We're supposedly right now currently at doing the 2024 rules, unless someone feels like we really don't, or the GM's allowing a mix of both. And okay,
Yeah,
I
right
believe.
now we're mixed.
Go ahead. Okay.
I'm sorry. Continue what you're saying.
Okay, no, like I said, I'm just going over a list in my head of everything we want to say. I think Eski, you need to talk to the GM about your spell slots.
Oh yeah,
or something.
I'll bug Winter later. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Is there anything else we have not gone over that we think might be important for us to go over?
Just real quick, a part of this campaign, we will actually be tracking resources.
What kinds of resources?
Yeah, and instead of buying rations and whatever, there's a new item called camp supplies. And each camp supply is worth 10 days worth of food, drink, and water, everything that you need on the trail. During this time, if you decide not to eat and you take long rest, it does not remove exhaustion.
Okay.
So you have to, if you have exhaustion, you do have to use a camp supply count in order to or charge in order to remove the exhaustion. Wow.
Now here's the exciting question for you: are we using 2014 exhaustion or 2024 exhaustion?
That's a good question.
What's the difference?
Yeah.
2014 is the 5 levels of exhaustion leading up to death. Well, 2024, I think, is like you get like a cumulative -1 to all of your rolls.
Yeah,
for
so
every level you get.
Yeah, so like you were saying, it's just cumulative, like negative modifiers to your pretty much all the rolls, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, he's right. I think it's less punishing. I would say it's less punishing than the 2014.
Yes, I will agree. 2024, put it to a vote. Anyone?
2014 is a lot simpler.
I don't know. I don't care.
I have no opinions, but I know how 2014.
I'm never going to get exhaustion, so it'll be fine.
Say that now.
You know, offhand, going back to that Foundry, which rule set do you want to use? I'm going to say 2024 for the automation.
Okay, so we'll just do the cumulative -1 then. All right.
Yeah. And outside of that, nothing else is too important that applies for this campaign.
Apparently, well, if I'm reading this correctly, the new exhaustion is actually it's much worse than I thought. Actually, hold on.
No, don't say that. Go back. We want the other thing.
Don't inform him.
It says it's the result. Like the penalty is 2 times the exhaustion level you have.
Oh,
so
wow.
if you're at level 5, it's a -10 penalty.
Everything.
I still don't see the problem there. We're not going to get any points of exhaustion. We'll be well fed.
It's still less crushing than like the old rules because it's not like instant death when you have 5.
No, 6 is death, but 5 is a -10 penalty. and
And-
25 movement speed.
When all
Okay.
this does come into effect, you know, if you go hunting, you know, you're recharging your supply, but you gotta say, hey, I'm going hunting.
Okay.
Okay, we'll try to.
Looting.
Okay.
We'll muddle our way through it.
Downtime for our characters. If we choose to do downtime to do training, learn a spell, yada yada yada, that kind of stuff. Are we doing those types of things, or?
We can. Honestly, I hadn't thought about it one way or the other, and yeah, we can do downtime scenarios, whole 9 yards.
Okay, no, just okay. Let me ask the rest of the party. The rest of you guys, you feel like doing? Do any of you plan or think that you're going to want to do some downtime activities in the future, like learning a spell? Or I don't think we have anyone who does learn spells. I think everyone gets their abilities innately somehow, some way. So the only well, it's myself and the warlock, and we both have patrons or people who give us our magic. So there's nothing for us to quote unquote learn. But anyone else here think they may want to have to do that or want downtime? Like I do have smith tools as part of my background, so I can, do smithing or crafting stuff, which I may plan on doing in the future to try to get certain things. Like, if I ever get enough raw material, I may try to make myself a suit of plate mail armor, because I know that trying to save 1,500 gold is almost near impossible for me to get plate. So
Now, why would you try to save money when you have a perfectly good thieving kobold in the party?
I'm not an evil kobold.
You're a
I
kobold.
just take from the rich and I give to myself.
See, he's admitting it.
it was a rat.
I'm not a rat.
Either way, I don't want rat-infested armor.
You just need to change his motto a little bit. That mantra is, I take from the rich and I give to myself. He takes from the rich
that's
and
what he
gives
said.
to
That's what he
the
said.
That's what I said.
gives
That's
to
exactly
the
what I said.
party, To the party.
Oh,
I
goodness.
give to myself, and it appears myself is also my own party's coffers. It's a very flawed system.
Okay. So, I mean,
All right,
that's
we have not
deal.
established this.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
XP or milestone? We've not yet asked.
We
I think you
are
said
going milestone.
Thank the gods. Thank you.
I've never played an XP game, so I'm just glad.
What?
Yeah.
I did it with 8 players.
Oh
We
God!
were 5 sessions in. We were still level 1.
Well, you don't like
Oh.
milking every last NPC you meet for XP by killing them after they've expended their usefulness?
The GM had us talk to 2 people in 5 sessions. 5.
Oh,
What? Yikes!
All right, cool.
Crazy.
It was not good games I was in, alright?
we'll throw you a pity milestone somewhere along the way.
Yeah.
So doing milestones.
Give us an inspiration milestone instead of a level.
Doing food tracking. All right.
You can say we're tracking stuff. We're tracking food. What else?
Tracking food,
Just
water.
Speaking of inspiration, if you have inspiration and the session ends, the rules are originally, they expire at the end of that session. Hey, if I click the button, it's not going to expire until you use it. If you think a player should have inspiration when they don't or deserve it and I didn't catch it, by all means, say something.
All right. Well, if we're using the 2024 rules, humans automatically get a free inspiration after every long rest.
That's lovely.
Yeah.
Must be nice.
That's
My GM hated
fantastic.
me. I've never
Wow.
even used inspiration once. My entire
Yeah,
time playing.
So that's just letting you know that right now. Yeah, they get the resourceful feature, which is they gain a heroic inspiration whenever they finish a long rest. So
That also does not necessarily mean that they will not have the expiration at the end of the session, if unused, would likely still apply.
Yeah, it would still fade.
Yeah.
all right, just
With
picking on that.
Fantasy Grounds, we had a variant option where you could award up to 3 at a time and track them that way. Looks like Foundry only allows you to have one at a time that I have found. So, yeah, like I said, if you use inspiration, someone does something heroic and you think they deserve it, by all means, speak out.
No, I cowered behind
Very cool.
Eski's character. I should get inspiration.
However, I'm only
I
going to
agree.
allow
I
one
agree.
reroll per.
I mean, I agree entirely. I'm a very inspiring individual, very motivating. Just being in my
Yeah.
presence.
Oh, I should go to someone else then.
So,
Wait, no, come back.
We covered milestones, inspiration. Anything else? Major question?
What do you want from us when it comes to backstories? What do we need to give you
yeah.
fuel for your fire?
I think he said in the chat, didn't he?
Yeah,
Maybe.
honestly, it would be nice if you had a dream of, how you're going to make money in the big city.
I'm gonna mooch off the rest of my party.
Yeah, but the party somehow got to make money. If you want to open a bakery, you can open a bakery. If you want to start a criminal enterprise, yeah, you'll have to join a guild for that.
Stealing from the rich and giving to myself seems like a reasonable option.
Well, you have to join a guild, and they leverage taxes on you and shit.
I'm gonna be poor. I just realized.
You've been stealing from people, and then you're being taxed by your guild.
Oh, ask who the leader of the guild is there, Eski.
I think I know.
Little Kinku that you know.
All right. Okay, I think that answers most of my questions.
And
Okay.
I work from home, so I'm off and on periodically throughout the day, many times. So feel free to reach out if you have any questions. The server's always up, and you're welcome to log in.
Okay. All right then. Well, good night, all.
Good night.
Hey, have a great
Yeah,
evening.
Okay.
And
Peace out.
next Saturday,
Oh.
7 o'clock is official start of Winterdeep. Trouble in
Got it.
Winterdeep.
Waterdeep?
Yes, sir.
Waterdeep or Waterdeep?
Winterdeep. We renamed it.
We're playing Icewind Deep right now.
Damn.
Y'all know what I meant.
Alright.
I'm a little
Nice.
confused tonight. Sheer changed his token back to the redhead. Eski's playing a warlock.
I know, it's weird, isn't it?
And I got a kobold that looks like a rat with a rat name.
Not a rat. Skullthrutter is a very pronounced name in the regions.
He's gonna get a belt of dwarf kind, and instead of a beard, it's just gonna grow like a fur coating each night.
I want to see that.
Yeah, give me magic items for free. I'd appreciate it.
Too funny. All right, we will see y'all next week, and I'll be on for a few minutes if Eski, you wanted to chat.
Oh yeah,
I
just
also need to chat.
poke you with questions.
Yeah, but y'all welcome to hang out if you want.
I think I'm good for now, so I'm gonna go to bed.
All
Good
right.
night, everyone else.
Goodbye.
Peace out.
Yeah.
Have a
Bye-bye.
good evening. So,
These are the
Eski,
dedicated-
let's hear you grovel.
Okay, I'm gonna grovel. I'm going to beg.
Grovel
I'm going
beg?
to get on my knees and scratch up the floor. Not my knees, though. Those are very muscular.
You're playing a kobold?
No, but I did have a kobold once where I made a really good use of the grovel, beg, and flee feature, or whatever it's called.
Grovel, cower, and beg.
Yeah, grovel, cower, and beg. Anyway, basically the gist of it is I've run this character before in one of Dark's campaigns, And we found that the party didn't really take short rests all that often, so we explored like a different spell progression slots for the warlock. So what happens is if we go down that road, I have a number of spell slots equal to my proficiency bonus until instead of what's set. And what it means is I get my spell slots like maybe a few levels quicker than I normally would, and I end up with like 2 more at level 20. But like it's up to you to decide if like the party actually takes short rests regularly. Like it's a warlock thing, so it's kind of up in the air. This isn't something anybody else in the party has to worry about. Because as you know, warlocks are very dependent upon the short rest to keep their spell slots going.
Now, I am not Wintermute, but I'm going to say a thing so Wintermute can hear the idea that was placed in my head.
Say it. Say your words.
If we enter a village and people are going to buy stuff and going around the town, Eski can just sit around doing nothing. And technically a short rest is you just leisurely relaxing for an hour. So he could just wait for everyone to be done with their benign nonsense while he sits around talking in a tavern, and that would be his short rest. So it'd be an individual short rest instead of a group one. Because a group short rest is a lot rarer, but like if you find some downtime while people are waiting for other people.
Well, like I said, that's why I have to confer with Wintermute. I don't know how
that's why I brought it up.
Track of that kind of thing, or if just like we want to take a different route. We can try to muscle through the normal way, and if it like kind of becomes an issue where I'm just empty all the damn time.
Let's try that for a couple of games, because I really don't see where you wouldn't be taking short rest.
Yeah.
See, I thought that too, but then I thought that too, but then we got into the games and like we never took a short rest. But that could just be the group. We'll see how things work out with these guys.
Yeah, if it changes, then by all means we'll give you additional spell slots.
Okie. In any case, I think both Chaos and Sheer were part of that game, so you can poke either one of them for their thoughts on it.
Absolutely. And because I don't see where, like I said, where you wouldn't be taking a short rest. Trying to think ahead, even in the adventure.
I mean, I was burnt out on my spell slots our whole little session here. I was just making do because I had that you can cast once per day spell that came from my background. If I didn't have that, then I would just spit out the Tasha's laughter and then be out.
You did not have a single Eldritch Blast.
No, I am not. I will never use Eldritch Blast on this warlock. You have my vow.
I'll never use a single projectile weapon that's not a rock.
I have no projectile spells in my lineup. Not a one. It's all saving throws and like 2 melee spell attacks. That's it.
I mean, saving throws are pretty strong in the early game. Purely because the enemies you're fighting have low stats.
Oh yeah, it's a lot of fun. Although that does bring up another question, but I'll hold off on that until we've addressed Bajenga's thing.
It's more of a roleplay thing. I'm not going to ask you to do anything with this. I'm feeding you this information so you can think about doing something with this. I am a kobold. Well, actually, that's supposed to be 2 things. First thing I do need to talk to you about. I have daylight sensitivity. I'm going to be harassing you about what the weather condition is.
Yeah. Every single time I've had somebody playing like a drow or a Duragar or a kobold, they love sunlight sensitivity. I'm like, no, you lived on the surface. You don't have that.
I didn't live on the surface, for me.
No, don't say that.
Why did this never come up with Vila?
Because you literally hand-waved it away.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking here as well.
Now, here's the thing. I am willing to accept it graciously because that forces me to play the game more tactically, which I enjoy.
It's not even that. We had a player who I told you about. They had the worshipping of the Coatl, Finnegan. They were a kobold, and they had the sunlight sensitivity, but we were just like, nah. And I think it worked out pretty well for Bela, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
I want to work for a little bit. There's a magic item. I forget the name of it, but it's like an eye patch that gives someone that has daylight sensitivity immunity to it. That's a magic
Be honest,
item.
you just want to wear sunglasses all the time.
I honestly don't even care if I never got that, but I do want daylight sensitivity to affect my character. Because it would actually make the fights more engaging and more tactical for
absolutely, and I can target your sunglasses.
It doesn't have them though. He's going to be at perpetual disadvantage until he gets something that can cover it.
Well, if it rains, I'm happy. If we're in a building, I'm happy.
Yeah, basically he's asking, like, how often is weather and sunlight going to be a thing?
If we're in the canopy of a forest, I'm happy.
Quite honestly, I don't think daylight sensitivity will come into play much in the first 4 levels.
Well, that's fine. I'm not worried about it. It does hurt me as a rogue because any disadvantage removes my sneak attack. But I have pack tactics, so at least I'll still be able to hit flat rolls. The second thing is, I am a worshipper of Kurtlemak, and to inform you, that is the kobold god.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure that's Finnegan.
That's not Finnegan. It is Kurtlemak.
You're in Waterdeep now. You'll be converted.
Kurtlemak has a little thing where if you fought well in battle, he turn you into dragon. I'm not saying turn me into dragon if I die. I am saying that as a worshipper of Kurtlemak, my character's goal is going to try to be to die honorably in battle. Or at least not die in battle, but like have a good fight.
Yes.
But the thing is you only get that if you fought for your tribe, and I am going to be part of an adventuring party, so I'm nowhere near my tribe. So my caveat, I'm going to burn my gold in a campfire to appease Kurtlemak every time.
Just dies in vain.
Every day, I'm gonna burn 10 gold pieces in a campfire as my ritual for Kurtlemak.
But gold melts. Aren't you just changing?
It does not melt in a campfire. Sadly, it's not a high enough metal, not a high enough heat to melt a gold piece. But I'm just gonna be tossing my gold away every time. I'm saying that could have no impact in the game, but if you wanted that god to actually persist in some way, there's your fuel for it.
Absolutely.
Oh god, but that does remind me, Winter, didn't we have a character who was basically like a senile dragon? They transformed and they forgot how to turn back. It was a cleric, wasn't it?
Oh, I'm trying to think if I'm remembering a game or didn't The Witcher have a humanized dragon in it? You don't.
I don't even know.
You don't know. But
I don't even watch television. Come on, man.
It sounds very familiar.
No, it was a druid. They were a druid, and they were high all the time, and they were just so buzzed they forgot how to turn back. That's what it was. Yeah, you know who I'm talking about.
I think it was Ektar. Yeah.
Ektar, yeah, with the wagon wheels. That crazy bastard.
Yeah.
That crazy bastard.
Then.
Anyway, gold.
Honestly, I'm not asking for much. I don't want much of anything. I'm just saying, if it doesn't rain and there's a clear sun, I'm fucked. That's all.
Now, hear me out. He's throwing away 10 gold, and I've got Mage Hand, Telekinetic. Could I get 10 gold every session at the end? Just apropos of nowhere.
Yeah, yeah, I was wondering who was going to pick it out of the campfire after he walked away.
Oh.
Like, very obviously singed 10 pieces of gold in the campfire. That's
And,
now in your coffin.
and you know, every day you could just be nice to him and give him the same 10 gold.
Like, hey man, I found something for you. No. Anyway, I've covered everything. I think I want to. Yeah. So I'm gonna bugger out. Good night, guys.
Hey, have a
I
great
think
week.
Later.
Later,
How
dude.
how many essays of a backstory do you want? You want like 3 novels? I can make the
12 words or
trilogy.
less.
5
Yeah.
words.
Less is better. Let's keep it under no more than a page, please.
Good, because I'm terrible at writing backstories.
uh, are you sure we didn't play together in a Fantasy Grounds game day?
Why do you ask?
Yeah. It was a one-shot adventure. I mean, it's 4 hours. And the guy sent me his character, and it was like 6, 7 pages of backstory with it. I'm like, dude,
Oh
this
my
is either
god.
a character that you play over and over and over again, or you put way too much effort into a one shot.
I can't with those people, man. I hosted a one shot on my own. He's like, "All right, I made this character. Can you look through them to see if they're like good for the game?" I'm like, "All right." What I really want to look at actually is like the backstory part to see if it makes sense with the game world of the one shot.
Well, you are
Yes,
you're a kobold in
I am a
Waterdeep.
kobold.
Oh, but no offense, but I'm gonna fuck with you so hard.
I invite you to try. I also invite you to kick the shit out of me because I am not a strong kobold.
uh, well, as Eski was talking about, um, Chaos, right?
I do know Chaos. I've been
Uh,
in games with him.
okay. When we were talking, that crazy Australian I was
Eric?
talking about, that's
Yeah.
Chaos. Oh,
I
yes.
I put two together.
I'm putting together. I just want him in one Foundry game because I found an animation where this giant fist just comes down its top view and pummels the token, and you see like a 4x4 grid of the ground cracking.
That would be a funny thing to put in a dungeon as glyphs of warding.
Yes, and I have Chaos is a lot of fun. He is a lot of fun, and I have given him permission for every fucking crazy idea he's ever done. But when you're like in your 10th combat encounter in a row, and the first thing he does is run up on the back of the big bad guy. Chaos, yeah, it's coming.
I don't think you should use that fist when he's in that situation again.
But when we were playing um, Dragon Heist or whatever it is, and Dungeon of the Mad Mage, you're based in Waterdeep, and Chaos is playing this Kenku character, and he ran for mayor. Waterdeep was having a sewer problem, so he started importing an army of kobolds as sewer workers.
That checks out.
Okay. Let alone you have Vila who saw a coatl and said, "Oh my God, it's God." And, Chaos is helping. He's like, I'm going to fund and build her a temple in Waterdeep. And, this coatl is a established religion in Waterdeep. And it, it's not a surprise to you, so I'm not spoiling it. But at some point in time, you are at a fancy party in Waterdeep, and by God,
Right.
I brought their characters in as NPCs, just random party members.
Oh my god. Do not tell me what I think you are going to tell me. Well, I mean, don't tell me it because I know what it'll be.
I want to see Sheer roleplay talking to himself. Two different characters.
Discussing amongst oneself.
I've got it planned for like level 11. And, I'm thinking level 12, I'll have Chaos come in as the Good Morning character and be the big bad guy. But unfortunately, in the past year, he started working Saturdays, so.
Time cannot be paid.
Yeah, so, I'm going with the Waterdeep that I've already established. I don't have to create new backstory and so forth. And the fact that you're a kobold, uh, uh, du- during that campaign, um, they started seeing kobolds around town acting suspicious. And they never could figure out what they were up to until one day a fire breaks out. And here comes kobolds. I forget what the reasoning was, but they were firemen. And they come pulling a wagon and put out the fire and saved lives. And, you have these kobolds who have always been looked down upon as lesser creatures. Suddenly, they're heroes. So, half of Waterdeep's fire department is kobold.
To inform you a little bit about what kobolds can do, I believe it is canonical that if they are located near a settlement, they will literally burrow under people's houses and have little trap door areas near their houses, so they can just break in, steal some of
Uh,
their jewelry, and leave.
and that I did not know that, but that's perfect because by day they're sewer workers anyway.
And I mean, they're always underground, so no one would expect anything. Imagine the Kobold Thieves Guild. They have tunnels to everyone's house. And I am a rogue.
3 to 4 tunnels to the rich ones.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm really interested in seeing how Trouble in Waterdeep turns out.
How much trouble is made in Waterdeep?
Yes, man. Are you familiar with the lore of Waterdeep?
I sadly am not. I am not.
They have rules. They have a lot of rules to follow, and some of the penalties range from, fines to community service, all the way up to exile or execution.
Well, I actually found a thing telling me what the punishment is for all the rules right
Yep,
now.
the code legal.
Yep. Code legal. I will look through that. You might want to show the players that. I guess I can put the link.
That's something we're gonna cover in next week at the beginning
All right.
of the session, so everyone is duly noted. And hey, you kill someone, it might be a minor fine. You kill a noble or the masked lord, and well, they're gonna hang you from the yard arm while they hang you and draw and quarter you.
The silliest thing is, well, my character has a. What do they have? I forget their equipment they have. They have a disguise kit, but I'm a kobold. What am I disguising to?
Esky and his rat folk character, they put him in many disguises.
I can get a couple of my companions to join me in a trench coat. I can do that.
Yeah.
I'll be a very frail dragon, very tiny and frail dragon boy. Like not half dragon. I'm forgetting the name of the race.
Yeah, there's
Oh,
a lot that we can do. I'm open to exploring some backstories and so forth. Normally, through like Wizards campaigns, you don't get a lot of chance to explore characters' backstories unless, they're tied to the cult of the dragon for, Horde of the Dragon Queen, because you're constantly on the move going from one location to the next, and everything is a fast pace. But
I might time myself to something to do with dragons. I am a kobold, after all.
absolutely.
I will write up a backstory post haste. I ask of you when you read it, if you'd want to flesh any of it out, ask me what I can do to help you with that. Always willing to. It's a collaborative game. I'm willing to help out where help is needed.
Oh,
Also,
absolutely.
if you just need help with like setting up Foundry stuff, there's one module I would like you to add because it will help everybody out, kind of. Alright, what, pointers and pings, I think's the name of it. Where they can hold a button to have a little, like, pointer finger appear on the map so they can see exactly, everyone can see exactly what they're pointing at. But yeah, I have it on mine. I'll just do like a little share screen so I can just show you.
Let's see.
Pointers and pings would be the module for it. You should see it.
And getting over to.
If you want to know what it does, you can just look at my. Literally, if you hold X, you get this pointer finger that everyone can see, and if you left click while having it, it'll do a little temporary circle to do an area. I think as a GM, if you right click, it'll bring everybody's camera to where that pointer was. So if the players start up here and something happens over on the right side of the map and you need them to see that, you literally just do that and it brings all of them over to it. But honestly, the big thing about it is literally just the pointer finger. So you can be like, all right, this elevator.
Yeah, it's right here. And it's a lot more visible than the itty bitty little mouse.
Yep. It's mainly good, so if let's say they're attacking the gnolls, and you say a gnoll attacks, like, which gnoll? You can just point to the gnoll. Because there's a bunch of enemies of the same look. That's about it. Yeah, you're pretty good module-wise. I haven't used a couple of your automation ones, like the one that automatically rolls for the attack. I haven't used that before, so I don't like it too. Like when I do, let me have my Argon on. Let's say I'm playing this character. I don't have your thing, so I can't do it. But like when I would do an attack, it would just automatically roll the attack. It wouldn't ask me if I wanted advantage or disadvantage.
Yeah, that's that's not Argon. That is Combat Booster, I think.
What do I have? I have one that you're gonna want, I think.
Marker.
You might already have it. Combat? No. I don't know which one does this, but this one's really nice.
We're targeting. That is in. Dice so nice.